cut is beside me, the man of Chan.
I really wanted to sing with you guys, but I was not introduced, so I had to sit here in silence.
Oh, what a shame.
I know the song, I just don't know the lyrics that well. So I mean,
yeah.
But that was a great song. Great job by you and Shirley. That was amazing. That do it.
We do it.
I'm a little jealous
that you were not a part of that,
because it's usually me and you.
Yeah.
The weapons of mass destruction.
That's right.
So what does that make you and Shirley?
Good question.
No, but great job there to open the show.
All right, so looks like we are on Facebook and YouTube, so you can join us there, chime in. And we want to hear from you today. We want that like button smashed. We want to know what you're eating at the tailgate tomorrow, your thoughts on the game, your pick to click, your Pirate player pick to click, your favorite Wilson Phillips song, everything. We want to hear from our guy yesterday. Is he getting divorced? What was his name?
Austin.
We need an Austin update. So if you're out there tuned in, Austin, we'd love to hear from you as well. All right, coming up on the show, we got our Flight by Yingling ECU football report. We'll hear from Donnie Kirkpatrick, Miles Berry coming up in this hour. Also, the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, will join us. Barstool Sports Zone, Jeff Nadu will join us this hour. We'll talk to Jeff on the Bud Light pregame tailgate Saturday, so we'll go over Friday's slate because you got some games coming up tonight, including Old Dominion, Virginia Tech. We'll do some scouting on ECU's next opponent, but also I'm intrigued by that matchup tonight in Norfolk. That line is dropping down towards Old Dominion, so talk about that with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu. Tony Dunn is in here at 4 o'clock. Prediction time. We've got division winners. We've got wild cards. We'll pick our playoff teams for 2022 when Tony joins us, as we do have a game to kind of preview. It's next Thursday, but by the time we talk next week, it'll have happened. Bills-Rams kick it off next Thursday night, so looking forward to that. We'll talk NFL with Tony Dunn. Busy hour 3. Morgan Ahlers will join us ahead of his PA duties at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium tomorrow. Also, Brian North, Mark Greenhelge. So we are packed on a Football Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Free Beer Friday as well. We've got some beer to give away. We'll tell you more on that later. All right. Chandler, how you feeling after the party?
I want to talk about the party. I want to talk about how awesome, how fun that party was last night. It surely was the party of the year. A lot of people showed out for this. A great job, obviously, by everybody that set it up, and thanks to Bud Light for the sponsorship and the State Theater for hosting that. And I talked to a lot of people last night, and they appreciate us for what we do, and we appreciate those that follow us and support us here at Pirate Radio, and they had a really great time. It was a great way to start off the football weekend. Football is back. ECU versus NC State tomorrow. 1 day away on the David Price Construction countdown to kickoff, and but the party was awesome. We had Mike Houston firing our freaking tails up. I want to play this, folks. If you missed out on the party, well, first of all, I'm sorry.
You brought your own sound clips to play?
Well, ECU Barstool on Twitter got a hold of somebody's video, and I'm pretty sure it was Kenny Curlin's because he got really good video. He was up front and front row, and Mike Houston had to say this to the crowd last night.
12 o'clock is going to kick off, and I don't know what's going to happen. We're up against a very talented, highly ranked NC State team, but I promise you, our kids have one goal. And that's to bust their freaking ass!
Woo! Freaking ass!
But yeah, had Coach Houston speak, had the voice, Jeff Charles, who's entering his 35th year as the voice of the Pirates.
Jeff said, talking about 20 years of Pirate Radio next year, and said, we're going to have a hell of a party next year.
We're going to have a hell of a party next year, and we can't wait to see you. But awesome crowd. The Breakfast Club was off the chain. They were so awesome. They actually ended the show. People were like wanting an encore. They came out and played Don't Stop Believing to end their set.
Oh, nice.
And then obviously we had the after party. Mikhail Buck was at Dirty Dan's last night. It was just a great night kicking off the football season with the Pirate Nation.
A lot of fun, and it was great to interact with the Pirate Nation, and had a blast last night at another year of the Pirate Radio football kickoff party. Tell you what, I had a blast watching college football last night. Those games were awesome. While you were partying late into the night, Chandler, I was watching Penn State and Purdue go down to the wire, as well as West Virginia and Pitt going back and forth. Wild game there. Crazy crowd as well. And, man, it was you couldn't have wrote a better script for the first Thursday night of the college football season. 2 great games there.
I do have a suggestion for the party next year. Let's get some TVs in that building.
I'm bringing my own damn TV.
But Dirty Dance, we went there for the after party, and really good crowd there. But I was able to get in front of a TV, and I was able to see that pick six by Pitt.
Pitt six, am I right?
A Pitt six to go up on top and get the win over West Virginia. What a great way to start the college football season.
I'm glad Ellerby just brought this up. So last night at the party, I saw Chandler, hung out with him. Also said hello to former ECU strength and conditioning coach Jeff Connors. Did Chandler and Jeff Connors ever interact at last night's party?
I did not.
I think that's a good thing.
Maybe it was my conscience. Maybe it was something I was thinking, but I felt like every time I looked his way, he was looking at me. I feel like he was looking at me like, there's that kid.
There's that dude.
There's that dude.
Hey, man.
I mean, I was scared crapless of that dude.
So scared you brought your dad to the party.
I literally I said, Dad, can you please come with me? Jeff Connors is out for my ass.
I think that's for the best. And I'm glad Troy was preoccupied hanging out with everybody else to put you two together, because I feel like that's something he would have done.
Oh, yeah.
If the moment had come up.
I mean, Troy had a lot going on. He had to go on stage and speak, and then also talk to our awesome client and sponsors of the program. And I'm sure he would, if he could have, he would have tried to introduce me to Jeff Connors. I have met Coach Connors before in the past as a young Pirate fan, but that was before my Jeff Connors impersonation. But look at me now. I've grown up to be the #1, the premier Jeff Connors impersonator.
That is true. #1 with a bullet. Guys, we're going to do this again. If you're just tuning in, the number of views is not matching up with the number of likes, so we're going to have to smash that like button.
We're going to have to go over this again.
Let's do it again.
And we're going to do it again tomorrow. By the way, folks, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, it's back. The Bud Light pregame tailgate. Are you excited, Cliff?
I am excited. I'm ready to go. We're fired up. Got great guests coming up. Got great content leading you up to tomorrow's kickoff. But what we need you to do right now is smash that like, that thumbs up, hit it, like it, share it, and tell us the name of your first pet. Thank you. All right, do that right now.
Right now.
Earlier today, speaking of tomorrow, Chandler, this is exciting. We have a freaking pro wrestler joining us on
We have our own guest picker
in studio, and that man is Brock Anderson.
Friend of the program.
I was delighted when I saw this earlier today. You know, one part of wrestling, CJ, you can speak to this as our wrestling aficionado. You got to be an all-world talent. You got to be a Cesaro, as he used to be known as. What's his name now? I don't know his name now, but he joined us on Pirate Radio years ago.
Claudio Castagnoli.
Claudio. You talk about work rate and a worker, one of the best out there. On the mic, not so great. Maybe that's held him back, or held him back in WWE anyway. But to be a good wrestler, you got to have the in-ring work, and you got to be able to control the stick. The Rock did it maybe better than anybody as far as work and stick. Of course, Ric Flair, stick man. Austin did them both. You've got your guys. But you got to be able to cut a promo. And my God, we've got a pro wrestler cutting a dang promo for the game tomorrow and for the pregame tailgate, the Bud Light pregame tailgate. And we heard it earlier today from Brock Anderson. It's out on our social media. You can watch the video. But, man, this got me fired up. Shirley, let's hear it.
Hey, Pirate Nation. This is AEW pro wrestler and ECU alumni, Brock Anderson. Now, come Saturday, I got a feeling that a lot of people in red are going to be trembling a little bit. They're going to have this movement in their hand. They're going to be nervous. They're going to be anxious. They're going to have this feeling in the pit of their stomach, and they're not exactly sure why. They know something's about to happen, but they don't know what's going to happen. And then when they walk into Dowdy, as rowdy as it can be, their worst realizations are going to come true. The Pirates are walking out victorious. So join me this Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, only on Pirate Radio.
Booyah!
How cool is that?
That is awesome.
Man, once you walk in, it's already too late. So Brock Anderson will join us on the show tomorrow along with all of our other cast of characters. So we got a wrestling promoter, hour 1, Jeff Charles, followed by a pro wrestler, hour 2 of the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Starting to get a little worried. I'd rather be the underdog than the favorite, but you know it's even worse than being the favorite? Being the trendy underdog, being the underdog that everybody likes, and starting to feel like that is what ECU is, and it makes me a little concerned.
You know who likes the Pirates?
Who does?
Scott Van Pelt.
No way.
Yes, he does.
Did he?
He mentioned
he
that,
said something about it?
He said take the Pirates plus 11.5.
Really? Man, I wish I could hear that, but there's no way that's going to happen, probably.
Saturday in Greenville. What better way to get your first college football Saturday started than yelling, "No quarter!" at the top of your lungs? NC State, you're good, yes. But the Pirates are getting double digits at home. That's just how we do things. Always has been, always will be.
I'm sorry if I incidentally set that up.
You were not at the production meeting with Shirley and I.
I'm so sorry.
But yes, we had it ready to go. SVP, he likes the Pirates anyway, like all the time, no matter the outcome. And he said,
no quarter!
It's one of his, it's a golden rule for him. East Carolina plus double-digit points at home, auto ECU bet.
Man, I'm so sorry. I feel like you had an awesome setup.
I kind of like the way we just did that. I think it worked pretty good.
Very nonchalant.
It was a
unscripted.
A little curveball to everybody out there. So, yeah, Jeff Nadu is on the Pirates. He is starting to worry about the same sort of thing I am with the trendy dog. But we'll talk to him later on this hour as well. And fired up for some more football tonight. D.H. Conley football coming your way tonight right here on Pirate Radio. They'll take on Cleveland at 7 o'clock. We got the high school huddle at 6. We'll preview that with Morgan Ahlers later on in today's show. So everything is happening all at once, and we couldn't be more excited about it here at Pirate Radio. Let's get a break in. We'll come back when we return our ECU football report. We'll hear from Donnie Kirkpatrick, Pirates offensive coordinator. At some point today, we'll hear from Miles Berry as well, maybe when we return, time permitting here. Hour 1, busy edition of Pirate Radio Live here on a Friday. Smash the like.
Smash it, baby.
And join us as we have a good time here on a Friday. We're back with you after this.
Ready, Pirate fans, Freeboot Friday is back. Uptown Greenville and the City of Greenville invites you to Freeboot Friday, the official pep rally of home ECU football games. Join fans for live music, food trucks, beer and wine, children activities, and more. The Freeboot Fun takes place from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. each Friday before ECU home football games in 5 Points Plaza. Visit Uptown Greenville for more information, and as always, go Pirates!
Beauty Bar Medi Spa wants to know if you are ready to fall into beauty October 7th through the 14th. All services and products will be on sale. Botox, filler, painless laser hair removal, facials, RF microneedling, rejuvenating laser treatments to treat brown spots, wrinkles, texture, veins, and skin tightening. And now, the only facility in the area to offer non-surgical under-eye fat pad treatments. BeautyBarMedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Go Pirates!
Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville is the perfect place to get all your amigos together for some Mexican food, fun, and football. Chico's has been a game day tradition for Pirate football fans for over 30 years. Whether the game is home or away, make it a Chico's day for some great specials and the best chips and salsa in town. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Go Pirates!
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
Hello, Pirate Nation. This is Jamie Cuccinella, inviting you and your family to come by Cuccinella's Pizzeria and Italian Ice. Cuccinella's has been serving our special family recipe New York-style pizza since 1932. We think you'll taste the difference in just one bite. When you come in for a pie, don't forget to try our house-made Italian ice or gelato. We make small batches every day from scratch with all fresh ingredients.
Cuccinella's on Old Tar Road in Winterville and a new location coming soon to Uptown Greenville. Are you looking for a home loan? Look no further than Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage. Since 1960, Guild Mortgage has partnered with industry professionals to close loans on time and help millions of Americans realize their dreams. Call Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage in Jacksonville, 910-389-4602. Amy Goss is licensed in Florida, Georgia, Maine, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS 3274. NMLSconsumeraccess.org/for licensing information. Please visit guildmortgage.com/licensing. Guild Mortgage is not affiliated with Pirate Radio.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Otavola Market Cafe. Otavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Otavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Otavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Otavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Otavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OtavolaMarket.com. Otavola, pirates supporting pirates.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. UniversitySportswearENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, UniversitySportswearENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit UniversitySportswearENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. UniversitySportswearENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
Hi, this is Parker Bunch. When I'm not hitting dingers or going viral, I'm listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at UniversitySportswearENC.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Vacation spots are right here in our very own backyard. Take a trip to a state park and enjoy traditional camping, RV space, and also air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi. If you're by a lake, be sure to check out the opportunities to rent a canoe or kayak and get out on the water. Your next adventure is right around the corner. For more information, please visit NCstateparks.gov. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Got breaking news, breaking news, breaking news.
And that would be?
Take over then.
We have a new expansion.
To the Pirate Radio building?
Nope.
CJ already had it.
To your...
I think Chandler actually did have it first.
Belt buckle?
No.
You know about
the
it
college football playoff is expanding. Pete Thamel wrote it first. He tweeted it first. The college football playoff will be going to a 12-team format. And what I'm reading here from Andy is that it will happen in 2026.
Who's Andy?
Andy Crowley on Facebook.
Okay, sounds legit.
Yeah, but no, reports are flowing throughout my Twitter right now. But I did see it first. I was actually reading the tweet from Pete Thamel right before it said, "Now here's Clip Brock." Pete Thamel reporting college football playoff going to 12 teams.
Okay. Big news. Big news.
That's a
how you like them
jump.
apples? That is a huge jump.
Yeah, really.
It's weird. We spent so long talking about should we expand it all from 2, and they said, okay, we'll give you 2 more. And now suddenly we're going from 4 to 12.
Well, gather around, young people. Back in my day, they just played bowl games and were like, all right, whoever's we say is number 1 is number 1. Like, there was no BCS championship game. What do you mean, really?
They didn't have like a
undefeated, like Colorado would play Notre Dame in a bowl game, and undefeated Texas would play Florida in a bowl game, and if they both won, they would like split a championship, or they'd say this team is undefeated better than this undefeated team. There was no settling it on the field.
Why did I not know that?
Yeah. All right. And then they went with the BCS format where there was a championship game.
So I thought the BCS format like went a long way back.
I mean, it went back, but in the 90s, it started in the 90s.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
Yeah. I did not know that.
This is like the time that my grandpa told me what a hog killing was, and I was like, really?
Tell me what it is.
Please.
Kill a hog.
It's right there in the words.
Yeah. Make chitlins and fatback and all kinds of good stuff. It's a throw party.
Were you freaking out?
No, he just told me what it was. But the way I reacted to that is the way I reacted to your story.
So I haven't read much into this, but Derek on Facebook says 6 at-large, 6 conference champs.
Oh, wow.
That's not right. That can't be right.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
No, that can't be right.
That would be nice. Unless he's just making a suggestion.
Right, yeah.
Because that could be, best group of 5 along with the Power 5 champions.
Dan on Twitter says, these guys have no clue. I'm assuming he's talking about y'all young people.
You're right.
With the
I have
past
no
of
clue.
college football and the national championships?
Yeah. I don't know if that's what he's talking about or not, but that's what I'm going with.
He could be right about a lot of things.
Guys, I don't know why we're talking about this stuff. We have an update from Austin.
Oh!
So yesterday, don't look at it yet.
All right.
Have you?
Screw the college football playoff. This is huge news, by the way, but Austin has chimed in.
Yesterday on the show, Austin said he was going to a wedding on Saturday that his wife is in, and he's being dragged to it.
He got divorced, didn't he?
And he was upset, and he said he didn't want to talk about it, so we talked about it for like an hour and said he should get divorced, and then kind of walked that back and said, nah, don't get divorced. Mike Mullis had some good advice. Use this one if there's a marital scoreboard. Chandler.
Clip, I'm listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If there's a marital scoreboard, this is a touchdown for the wife. She's on the board, but now she has to kick it off to Austin, and he can have a guy's night out. He can have a golf outing. He can do whatever he wants to do. He can turn the bonus room into a sweet man cave, something like that. We were asking earlier for an update from Austin, and we got one. And here it is. Austin said, my wife heard the show yesterday.
Oh boy. Oh, no.
And all the talk about divorce.
Oh, no.
It was all them in Studio A. It was all them.
Austin says, after being a loyal listener for at least 5 years, I am no longer allowed to listen to the show.
Oh, no. As you're listening today.
He adds, also, I don't feel safe at home. Austin, we have now entered the red alert level. You got to get out of there, man.
You got to get out.
DEFCON
1.
There's no divorce anymore. It's just leaving town.
Run.
Changing identities. Single white female, that movie where she just like gets away. Is that the one I was thinking about? Yeah. Is that Julia Roberts, Shirley? No, that's not what I'm thinking about.
No, they're sleeping with the enemy.
Sleeping with the enemy.
Sleeping with the enemy.
That's what you're doing, Austin. You're sleeping with the enemy. Get out of that house. Get out of that house. Go. You have a safe home here. You can hang out.
The call is coming from inside the house.
Get the hell out of Dodge.
Get out.
Get the hell out of Dodge.
Don't show up at that wedding tomorrow. Don't show up back home. Get out of there now. Your friends at Pirate Radio will support you. Not financially, not with a place to live.
I hope your wife doesn't know the address to this studio.
I know. Now we're like collateral damage on this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is dangerous. If anybody has any tidbits or insight that could help Austin out, please, because he is in a bad spot right now. And
we just put him in danger.
Mm-hmm.
We put him in danger.
We really, he lit the match, but we kind of poured some fuel.
We tried to help him out. We actually have put his life.
We made it worse.
In danger.
Yeah.
He's just like octopus. He is an endangered species.
Is that a reference?
That is a show reference there. Smash the like.
Smash it, folks.
By the way, we would like to hear about your marital issues as well.
Yes, please. We will give you advice.
We got great advice here.
You got a guy that's not married, who's 24.
We've got 3 unmarried people, 3 people not even in a relationship, and myself, who is constantly in the doghouse, ready to give you marital advice right now. I mean, I'm living part-time in the doghouse. So, yeah, we'll get more on that later. I did ask, kind of sarcastically, tongue-in-cheek, to tell me your pet's first name, and we got some submissions on that. Let's read those real quick. Red, says Kenny. Purr, says Angela. Perp, says John Moody. Chad's dog's name was Zeb, and as a child, I knew Zeb. I met Zeb. Andy says Dusty.
Dusty.
And guess what? Guess what my first dog's name was? Dusty. You know why, Chandler? My favorite G.I. Joe character.
Dusty.
Was Dusty.
Old Dusty.
And I Googled it, and there he is right there. Had the figures and all. So there you go. What was your first pet's name?
Maggie.
Wake up, Maggie. How about you, CJ?
Max.
Max. Shirley?
My first pet? Gosh.
You're okay. Your second pet?
No, I've always had pets, but we always had multiple. Probably Sally.
Sally. All right, there you go.
Did she pick up seashells on the seashore?
Good grief.
No.
Shirley, let's hear from Donnie Kirkpatrick on our Flight by Yuengling practice report. The next generation of light beer. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling, available wherever beer is sold. Here's Donnie Kirkpatrick talking Pirate offense and state defense.
Hi, not everybody wants.
So you've seen Dowdy when you got here, and maybe not so full. You've been part of Dowdy when it is packed out. What does it mean to almost have a sellout this Saturday?
Well, we're going to have a sellout. Okay, we're going to go with that. It means a lot. I think that it's a big time program is what that means, because big time programs have sellout crowds and they have good atmosphere. And I think that everybody would agree that there is a home field advantage. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the crowd noise bothers an offense. It helps the defense. I think it does create momentum. I think it does create excitement. I think just the rumors and the buzz about that it is going to be full has helped our practices, especially for the older kids, because they were the young, older guys were really used to some bad crowds. Now, you're right. I came here in 2005, and we had 33,000, I think, for Duke that first game. Stadium only held about 40 at that time, and I remember Terry Holland was ecstatic that we had 33,000 coming to the game and was saying, this is awesome. And we were like, there's a lot of empty seats out there. And then that grew, and then Ruff's first game, we had to build a whole new section down there, which got tore down, if you'll remember, in the Tulsa game. And so I remember the guys from Texas, Lincoln and his guys, where everything's bigger and better in Texas, right? And they all of a sudden, they walked out of the game and they said, I got to say, that's pretty good right there now. You know what I'm saying? East Carolina, you're right, is a big-time program. So there's just all those things right there. Now, it won't have anything to do with me. I'm going to be in the press box. It's going to be quiet. It's going to be nice and cool, okay, and the whole bit. But it's going to help the players down there. You know what I'm saying? It's going to help them, I think. And this place can rock now. I have been here many games. There'd be too many to go through to where the crowd was unbelievable. I have a lot of coaching friends that are in other leagues that are supposedly the bigger leagues, the better leagues. And they had told me, I'll tell you what now, your crowd's a lot better than all the crowds in our league. This is more like that other league down there in even more southeast. So, is that enough? You knew better not to ask me a question.
People put a lot of stress on the first game of the season, but talk about a little about the first drive. There's going to be so many nerves and a lot of emotion rolling. What are you hoping to get out of that first drive for the new guys and also the returners?
Well, we're hoping we'll take it and go score. We always have the debate about with the coin toss. If we win the coin toss, do we take the ball? Do we defer it to the second half? I think most people probably defer. Coach Houston is from the defensive side of the world. They always think that way, the Belichicks of the world, those guys. I always lobby to try to get the ball. I'd rather have it. I think the guy that bats first gets to bat the most, so we'd rather have the ball first. it's just you're just in a zone. You know what I'm saying? You practice it, you prepare it. If you do it right, the team should be relaxed. Those are the plays that they should know the best. Those are the plays that we've worked the most. Normally, they play the defenses that they play the most. So we've had good success early, I think, moving the ball and scoring here. I hope that will continue. If we don't score, though, we can't just go into the hole, like that, too. It's a long game. It's a field position game anyhow. So at worst, I hope we would move it and put them in the hole once we had the ball.
How do you take and get your offensive line ready for that physical defensive front of NC State?
We go against our defensive front every day, and that's about as good as you can do. Now, their D-line is good. I will say that. I have a huge amount of respect for their entire defense and their entire team. Coach Doran and his staff are terrific. They've done a great job. They've recruited very well. You add Coach McNeil to that, I'm sure they're going to be pumped up. They're going to be coming. He's a D-line specialist, at that as well. So it is a challenge. Our guys know that, though. But we have been able to rehearse that, I think, going against our defense.
Donnie Kirkpatrick there, East Carolina offensive coordinator, on the Flight by Yuengling practice report. Can the Pirates move the ball? Can they consistently run the football tomorrow? Doesn't take much for Keaton Mitchell. I mean, it might not be a grinded out attack. It might be a run for 1 yard, run for a 2-yard loss, run for 80 yards. We got to hit that big play, that explosion play. But it would be nice to have a consistent ground game against this very, very good NC State defense. Shirley, let's hear part 2 from Donnie K.
Their linebackers, when all of them are healthy, which appears they'll open the season that way. Not to get into the game, but how much does that maybe change what you guys do when you have 3 linebackers that are that good?
Well, the problem is the 3 of them are that good, and now that they've been hurt, the other guys that were their backups have gotten to practice and prepare like their starters, and so that's just made them even deeper. And early in the season, especially when it's hot and it's humid, and they give you a 12 o'clock kickoff, which I know all the ECU fans were in favor of, wanting that 12 o'clock kickoff, the conditioning part kicks in, and that's where the depth really kicks in as well too. So the defense in itself, though, is just so multiple. They can do so many things with their defense, and so we got a challenge ahead of us. We know that. We've tried to prepare. It is not the same defense as we run by no means, but there is some crossover in there that we've been able to practice speed on speed. So we've seen good linebackers. We've seen that before, and I feel good. We got a veteran quarterback. Okay, we actually opened up with them in 2019. I feel a lot better on this Wednesday than I did that Wednesday. We were going up there. You know what I'm saying? I was really trying to figure out. I wish COVID would have been around then. I might have been able to go down or something. But I feel a lot better now. Shouldn't have joked about COVID, though. It's probably bad luck.
When you look at it from that perspective, I was going to ask, how much more comfortable in your role now compared to then are you, just from the standpoint of you actually kind of know what you have? And clearly they're a great challenge, but do you embrace that challenge, kind of knowing that you guys have built this offense?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm old. I've been around. I'm saying? I was a head coach, called the plays. I've been the coordinator at different places and the whole bit. The part that's good is that now we've been in the same system, for the most part now, going on year 4. We got the same quarterback. We don't have really a lot of the same other players. The biggest challenge offensively we've got, or maybe my biggest fear, is that we do have a lot of new guys. They're not necessarily young guys, okay, but especially like at the receivers, but they are new. They have not been in our system. So they still make mistakes or have mental bust because of verbiage and just the way we do things and being that just different from what they're used to. So we've practiced it. We try to put them under game-like stress in practice. We have super intensive practices. We have a lot of competition in there. The coaches are all personality type A. They're all like high demand. So we try to put them in that situation. I tell them the game should be fun. Practice should be the one that you're nervous about, you're really having to get through, and then game day, just let it roll. Go out there and do what you can do, and it'll be a game of some ups and it'll be a game of some downs. Defensively, they got like 10 starters back, so they're really seasoned. They are really, really good at causing havoc, meaning tackles for a loss, causing turnovers, having bad plays. Our challenge is to stay out of that. Now, their weakness is they've given up some big plays. So they have that type of a defense because they're so aggressive. They play the go, make the big play, get the turnover, get the ball back, get good field position for their offense. Our defense does the same thing. So I feel like we've prepared for it, but that is my concern that they'll be out there causing havoc, and we'll have not a young guy, but a new guy blow it like, oh, I thought you said, or I thought the signal was this, and no, it was that.
In the grand scheme of the first game, the big hype around the first game versus your season goals, what is the difference between this game and your goals?
Well, I think our ultimate goal, the team, is more about the conference. Now, we know how important this is, but this is truly a non-conference game. It's a little bit like, not a Super Bowl, but like a bowl game. You know what I'm saying? It's really a little bit like a bowl game in that you're playing an opponent, that is good, because all the teams in bowl games are good. They're used to winning. You throw in the rival part of this thing, which it is. It's a rival. I know there were some people up there that did not think it was a rival, but it's a rival, okay? And but we're not just talking about that game. You know what I'm saying? When we were in preseason, we started really on game 4 and worked our way back to game 1, because that's kind of what you do. You kind of prepare for like the first month, so that first month you won't be just in the office till 3 in the morning. At least you can get out here by midnight. So you kind of prepare for those first 4, because that's all the new stuff, and you work your way back. So now we've been on them for about a week and a half to 2 weeks, and coaches wise, I don't know. And coaches said a little bit. The assistant coaches hardly said anything about who we're playing. I mean, the kids know that. Everybody's telling them that. So, there was a pretty bad moment up there. Our first year, I didn't think that was very good, but they tell me that was a lot better than it was the year before. So hopefully we're trending.
So you kind of mentioned that they're kind of a boom or bust defense, get a lot of stuff in yards, a lot of big plays. Do you have to change your play calling style when you go as a team like that as opposed to
I think you have to be a little bit smart about what you call, knowing that you can't just call anything you want. There are some rule busters. You have rules that allow you to teach your players how do they know who to block, how do they know where to go. There are rules. You know what I'm saying? 2 outside, 1 inside, 3 technique, 1 high, 2 high safeties. There are things like that. Those are the progressions that are there forever. You can't reteach those every week. You can't put a whole new system in every week. They have some rule busters. You know what I'm saying? Coach Harold and them do too. That's the big thing, is that we've already had to prepare for that a little bit. They've got some of those odd defenses where you would have thought back when Bear Bryant came up with all this stuff, you're like, well, you'd never do that. Okay, people do that now because the game is all about big plays on both sides of the ball. So yeah, we've got to prepare a little bit like, okay, this could be all out. They might be bringing 11. You know what I'm saying? They can always bring 1 more than you can block because somebody's got the ball. So you always have that disadvantage offensively. So we're prepared for them to have 2 more.
Donnie Kirkpatrick there, trying to prepare his offense for a unique look, a 3-3-5 stack, and all the things NC State does off that defense. And going to be a challenge, but man, it's going to be a lot of fun. And we are fired up. We'll be with you 8 a.m. tomorrow morning on our pregame show. That was the Flight by Yuengling practice report. The next generation of light beer. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling, available wherever beer is sold. When we return, coming off a great Thursday night of college football, let's do it again tonight. Let's have another appetizer before the main course on Saturday. We'll go over the slate of games tonight with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu from Barstool Sports. He'll join us when we return on Pirate Radio Live on a Friday after this.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Jeff, how's the service department?
Service is going great. Like I told you before, 2022 is the year of the customer. We've been voted #1 dealership in Greenville for 3 years in a row, and there's a reason why. For service, we still offer free pickup and drop-off, so we're trying to make it super convenient for the customer. And right now, our customers are repairing their vehicles more than ever.
How can people make a service appointment?
They can go to brownwood.net or dial 355-6080.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Are you suffering from anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? You can learn about the benefits of CBD right here in Greenville at the Hemp Garden. Hemp Garden offers a variety of products and solutions that are truly making a difference in our community. Hemp Garden also provides products that can assist with energy and focus. Have a pet? Come check out their selection of CBD pet products. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
At Bostic Sugg Furniture, we've lowered prices for some pretty big sales, but for our Labor Day sale, we've reduced them even more. Save on the most on-trend looks for your living room, dining room, and bedroom, and save up to 70% off clearance items store-wide. Plus, enjoy 12 months special financing. Sleep your best on a quality mattress for less. Plus, get 48 months special financing with no minimum purchase during the Labor Day sale. On now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck. Well, the secret is out. CD's Grill has the best breakfast in Greenville. Start your day with a made-to-order breakfast Monday through Saturday at CD's Grill. Plus, you can enjoy lunch Monday through Friday. And their lunch specials are always a huge hit. Monday, it's barbecue chicken. Tuesday, pork tenderloin and gravy. Wednesday, chicken and pastry. Thursday, barbecue pork chops. And Friday, it's spaghetti. CD's Grill on Fire Tower Road in Winterville, near Evans Street. Stop by CD's Grill for the best country cooking around.
This is Coach Steve Shankweiler, offensive line coach for East Carolina University football. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Need some beer for the weekend? The Jarvis Street Bottle Shop near Christie's Europub is a specialty shop selling craft, domestic, and import brews, along with wine and growlers. The Bottle Shop offers monthly beer and wine tastings, featuring rotating North Carolina craft breweries, along with live music and discounts. Stop by Tuesday through Sunday or check out the Jarvis Street Bottle Shop on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live here on a Friday. Looking forward to being with you tomorrow, 8 a.m. on the Bud Light pregame tailgate and after the game on the U.S. Sailor 5th quarter call-in show. And just saw in the UB parking lot an all-star caller, Kyle from LaGrange.
Oh.
Who's he's going through some health issues right now, so we're thinking about him. But he said he would be calling in tomorrow, so we'll be hearing from Kyle, win, lose, or draw. He's called in during some good times.
Are you listening, Cecil?
He's called in during some dark times as well.
Are you listening, Cecil?
He asked Cecil if he was listening, and not sure if he was or not. But, yeah, good to see Kyle in the Grange. Good to talk to all of you folks tomorrow. Looking forward to your calls after the game on the fifth quarter. Billy Weaver, myself, and the Pirate Radio crew will be here until the last caller is served. And we'll be watching football, so we're hanging out on a Saturday. We'll be here all day on Saturday with ECU football coverage. More on that later, and we'll talk a little ECU, NC State, but let's get to some of the action tonight with the big man on campus, Jeff Nadu, back at Barstool, and he joins us today on the Pit Electric Live line. Jeff, how you doing today, man?
Great, Cliff. How are you?
Doing great, and you got off to a good start back at Barstool. A blog saying take those Tennessee Volunteers early. Last night, they rolled up a lot of points. They got it done for you. So, good start, big man.
Yeah, I actually had a pretty good day in general. I mean, I didn't go crazy with the card, but, I had a couple of plays that came in and leans that came in. And, yeah, I mean, it was a good night of football. I did some traveling and came home last night, but it was one that started with a bang. Tennessee looked great, and you had some good games viewing-wise.
Yeah.
So.
No doubt, man. It was almost couldn't write a better script with that West Virginia Pitt ending, and also Purdue and Penn State. Penn State coming back at the end. Jeff, we'll talk to you for a few minutes on the Bud Light pregame tailgate on Saturday, so we'll dive into more games then. But how about tonight? One game I'm interested in. I love in-state games like this, Virginia Tech at Old Dominion. But also next up for East Carolina next week is these Old Dominion Monarchs. And I tell you, somebody likes these Monarchs tonight. This line has dropped from 7.5 to 6. So Virginia Tech's still a favorite, but that number has come down quite a bit, Jeff.
Yeah, and that's a distinctive move down. I mean, you're coming off, a big football number in 7 and really into 6 now. Yeah, I just don't think people are real excited about Virginia Tech. It's been a long kind of road. Obviously, we had the Beamer stuff for years, and now you all of a sudden just have a coach there that no one really knows too much about. They're just kind of that team. No one. We remember them last time, 55-10 loss in the Pinstripe Bowl. I think last game they played. So, this is a group that you're not running the back. I don't really know what to expect out of Old Dominion. Obviously, they have a lot of guys back this year, particularly on offense. I think they bring back most of their offense from last season. As far as Virginia Tech, I'm not running to back them. I just don't really, like the quarterback position for them. Grant Wells played at Marshall. Not a guy I'm running to bet. Had a lot of turnovers at times. I think the number's distinctive. I'm not on it. I think ODU is probably better than people think. They have a pretty solid defense. The concern is stepping on the competition here, because you look at whenever ODU faced a good opponent last year, they got kind of beat up. So I don't know. Sharps obviously Old Dominion here.
Jeff, Big Ten will be on display tonight. Illinois at Indiana, and Michigan State will host Western Michigan. Illinois already a game and a win under their belt. Indiana had that special season 2 years ago, and they are a 1.5-point home favorite, total at 46.5. Michigan State a 3-touchdown favorite over Western Michigan, 54. That total. Any Big Ten interest for you tonight?
Yeah, I like Michigan State a lot. This is a weird number, man. I mean, it opened up 18.5. At one point, this was up to 23.5. People came back and took it down to 21, and that's where it sits currently. Seen a couple of books moving it to 21.5, but Barstool Sportsbook has 21 right now. Look, I think the number's too low. I think it's a 24-point number, personally. I might even put it higher than that. I think we all kind of looked too much into what Western Michigan did last year. They have a totally new quarterback, a redshirt freshman. They lost their best receiver, Sky Moore, who's now in the NFL. I believe he's with the Chiefs. This is going to be a very different offense than the one we saw last year. This has shades to me of what we saw last night in Tennessee, Ball State. An inexperienced quarterback. You're going to try to lean on the run game. The problem is Michigan State's defensive line is nasty. Gave up 3.4 yards a carry last year. Have a lot of big boys up front. And I'll tell you what, they were the maligned defense in the secondary last year, but they went out and added a Georgia transfer. I don't know if they're going to truly be tested tonight with this wide receiver and quarterback group. I think Michigan State rolls. Look at the fact, Clip, that as well, Last year, Mel Tucker 3-0 in non-conference games against the number. And when you look at Western Michigan, this team is going to get destroyed. They got destroyed last year against quality competition defensively. Michigan State wins this game 47-17, something like that. I'm laying a number.
All right, Sparty Party tonight. That's coming up at 7 o'clock. Jeff, man, this one looks tough for the Temple Owls. So Duke is not going to be very good this year. They are 9.5-point favorites against Temple. And a once proud program not too long ago, Jeff, I think when we started talking to you here on Pirate Radio, but they have fallen and fallen hard. And how about 9.5-point dogs to Duke?
Yeah, it's funny. When I was up at Bar Sausage yesterday, we were talking about this game. I think it was Smitty and I. We were talking about this game, and he says to me, like, I don't know that Temple's not good. And it's like, well, yeah, but I don't know. Duke's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Listen, I think Duke's really bad. All the talent they had, if any, is now gone. Gunnar Holmberg, the quarterback's gone. Mateo Durant, the running back's gone. Listen, I don't know if I would get involved with this game. The only shot I'd maybe take here is a small play on Temple money line. I just don't think Duke should be this kind of favorite to anybody. I think Temple will surprise here. Am I betting this game? No.
Right.
I would lean on Temple. Maybe just take a shot with the big money line price.
One of those famous phrases, fill-in-the-blank team shouldn't be a 9.5-point favorite against anybody. You could certainly say Duke in that sentence.
It's kind of like you can do what you want tonight with Kansas, but do you really want to lay 30.5 with Kansas?
Right, yeah. How about TCU Colorado, Jeff? This is a 10 o'clock game tonight, Pac-12 versus Big 12 here, and TCU, a big 2-touchdown favorite on the road, total at 59, so some fireworks here. So, any thoughts on those two teams?
Yeah, Tennessee with a new coach this year, Sonny Dykes. Obviously, we know about him. You guys know about him down there at East Carolina, him being at SMU. Going to take a very similar type of offense. He's got a couple of quarterbacks he's going to throw out there tonight. This number's moved. It was 9 at open. It's up to 14 at certain books. Whole world's on TCU here. Do you have any interest in coming back on Colorado? I'm not so sure. This isn't a vintage Colorado team, okay? Cifro Lufau's long gone. Steven Montez, long gone. They have a new coach, a guy that hasn't been real successful there. I don't know. It seems a little out of control for me. I don't think TCU is very good defensively, if anything. But I also don't want to back Colorado. I will say Colorado came on towards the end of the season last year and got better offensively, but they still only scored about 19 points a game. They just couldn't move the ball. I lean TCU, but the number's been lost.
And Jeff just saw this one on the card as well. Why wait till 7? How about right when we wrap up the show today, 6 o'clock? Lehigh at Villanova. What do you know about the Wildcats, Jeff? 28-point favorites tonight in their game.
Well, Villanova's going to be another good football team. I mean, they always are out on the main line. That's kind of the underrated thing about them, the Brian Westbrook school.
Yeah.
You look at Lehigh. He's actually, I think their quarterback's from the area. I think he's from Radnor, I believe, which is right outside of Villanova, not far away at all. I don't know. I don't look much into FCS too much, but Villanova's that strong program. Shouldn't have any trouble Andy Talley and the boys. I don't know much, though, about Lehigh.
Jeff, by the way, I hate the Eagles, as you know. I have to, as a Washington fan. One of my, I'd say up there with Brian Dawkins, if I had to pick my favorite Eagles of all time, Brian Westbrook. A lot of it due to fantasy reasons and him being on my team for many, many years, but just the way he played, catching balls out of the backfield. I was always respected Westbrook. I don't know if I could say I liked him, but one of my favorite Eagles, if I had to pick one.
Yeah, I always loved Brian Westbrook as well. B. West, as they call him around here. He's good man. Still actually he's on the radio around here.
Nice.
He still does call-in stuff with certain hosts and stuff. Yeah, he's a good dude. A lot of good, whether you like the Eagles or not, they've had some, good guys over the years, and Brian Dawkins and people like that. Yeah, Westbrook was always a fan favorite here.
Jeff, we'll dive into the Saturday games with you on the Bud Light pregame tailgate coming up Saturday. But just for folks that haven't heard you this offseason, we've talked ECU, NC State. You locked in ECU early. How you feeling about that right now as we sit here less than 24 hours away from kickoff?
If I'm being honest, I'm a little more worried, to be honest. I just think like everyone's feeling the same way as I am, but I'm going to trust that ECU's improved on the defensive and offensive lines. I'm going to trust that Holton Ahlers doesn't make mistakes, and they just really can play with this group. I think it's a tough spot if you're NC State. I'm comfortable, but I'm trying to kind of look at it and saying, like, why don't I just bet the over here? Because I feel like if ECU stays in this game, they're going to have to score into the 20s. So I'm kind of feeling like I should have just bet the over, but I'm okay with it. Is it the best play on the board to me? No, but it's something that I definitely wagered on.
Well, we will talk more about it tomorrow. Jeff Nadu, Barstool Sports. Nice to have the big man back at Barstool and also joining us here on Pirate Radio. Jeff, we'll keep an eye out for your blog. You had a winner last night, and we'll see what you got for us this weekend. Anything else we should know about before we let you go?
No, man, just working on pulling my content over to the Pirate Ship, and we'll have some more cool stuff coming in the middle of the month. So, thanks for having me, Cliff. I'm sure we'll talk to you tomorrow during the pregame show.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to it. Jeff Nadu, big man on campus, Barstool Sports, joining us here on Pirate Radio Live on the Pitt Electric Live Line. Pitt Electric is hiring. You can join the team by going to pittelectric.com, your trusted electrical partner since 1981. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll switch gears a little bit, talk some NFL and some ECU with Tony Dunn, CarolinaCatChronicles.com, C3 podcast rolling on. Tony's got a lot going on. We'll talk Panthers and make our playoff picks for the upcoming NFL season. It's all ahead on Pirate Radio Live, Hour 2. Back with you after this.
It's game week, Pirate Nation. This Saturday, September 3rd, as East Carolina welcomes in-state rival North Carolina State to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Individual tickets are still on sale for as little as $70, but they're going fast. It'll be our second ever Stripe the Stadium, so fans, be sure to check out your seat and section number to see if you should wear purple or gold. Kickoff is set for noon. Be ready to stripe the stadium in purple and gold as the Pirates take on the Wolfpack to open up the 2022 football season.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles for my friends at Ed Watkins Marine. I've known Ed personally for years, covering his winning performances on the football field and on NASCAR's pit road. Now Ed is winning on the water, and you get to win too. You win with awesome prices on boats from Ed Watkins Marine, and of course, great service after the sale. If you're looking for a new boat, contact Ed Watkins Marine today. They will deliver anywhere. Find them online at edwatkinsmarine.com and tell them the voice sent you.
The Dickinson Avenue Public House is a lively and diverse restaurant in Greenville that utilizes fresh and local ingredients. With influences of Creole, Asian, and upscale Southern cuisine, the Dickinson Avenue Public House offers a seasonally rotating menu and a full-service bar with rotating craft brews on tap. Come to the intersection of 8th and Dickinson and enjoy $1 drafts on Tuesday, half-price flights on Wednesday, half-price wine bottles on Thursday, and $1 oysters Tuesday through Friday from 5:30 to 7. For more details, check out their website at daphouse.nc.com.
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone. And the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a Cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
Mow like a pro with Hustler Turf zero-turn mowers. They engineer their mowers to be maintenance and service friendly for the everyday homeowner, while not sacrificing the build and cut quality they're known for. From the heavy-duty frame to the welded steel deck to their trademark smooth track steering, Hustler Turf zero-turn mowers deliver professional grade cut quality for a perfectly manicured lawn. Come into Ron Ayers Motorsports to see the Hustler difference for yourself today. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Greenville Utilities electric customers will soon be able to receive text notifications in the event of power outages. Enrollment is automatic, so make sure GUC has your cell phone number by signing into your account at GUC.com, then update the information in your user profile. Want to talk with someone instead? Call 252-752-7166 during business hours. 252-752-7166. Update us so we can update you. Visit GUC.com for more information.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The Sidebar in Uptown Greenville is open and ready to serve you. The Tex-Mex Fusion restaurant offers dinner and Sunday brunch from 10:30 to 2:30. Located right next door to the Dickinson Avenue Public House, the Sidebar has indoor dining and patio seating for everyone to enjoy. For the latest on reservations, menu items, and more, follow the Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live, Football Friday, Free Beer Friday. We're giving away an 18-pack of Bud Light bottles. The king of beers, Bud Heavy. It can be yours, Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Rock, Shirley Rhodes, Chan Man, Tony Dunn, CarolinaCatChronicles.com here, and CJ Schaefer. CJ actually brought these beers in today, delivered by the Clydesdales, the famous Budweiser Clydesdales. And CJ, thanks for bringing those in. Have anybody told you would make a good jockey?
I don't think so.
Video stopping.
Hey, but you know what you would make? A great soccer goalie.
That's right. Tony is trying to... CJ's a soccer fan. Have we ever talked about that with you? I think we have, right? That Tony has an idea.
I have a 3-part plan for fixing soccer.
Yeah, let's do it real quick. We got
3-part plan. The ultimate problem with soccer is there's just not enough scoring. The NHL went through this when New Jersey was winning all the championships back in the day. So to increase scoring and excitement and offense in soccer, we're going to do a couple of things. One is you're going to put certain zones on the field where if you make it from that sector, it's worth maybe 2 points, like a 3-point line kind of in soccer. 2 is, you know how like in the 3-point contest, you get the money ball at the end, like in each one is worth more points, is that like maybe every 8 minutes the ball starts flashing, and if you make it then, it's worth 2 points. But the real kicker is this.
This is the real one.
The problem ultimately with soccer is that people can't score. I don't understand why when the damn goal is the size of a school bus. And what they do is they put their best, tallest, biggest athlete at goalie. And they taken up the whole goal, it seems like. So we can't make the goal any bigger. That would be ridiculous. So we need to put a height limit, a size limit on the goalie. Jockey
Oh, that
goalies.
would be me.
Jockey goalies.
That's perfect.
That's why I said you'd be a great goalie.
5, what are we capping it at? Like
Whatever.
5, 6?
We just got to go to Busch Gardens and get whatever that sign is that says you got to be this high.
Yeah.
To read.
If you are this high, you can't be a goalie.
Can't be. Yeah.
Let's cap it at 5'7" so I can do it, please.
Okay. All right. There it is.
Go.
You're in. All right. Tony Dunn is here. Tony, before we get into Panthers NFL, how you feeling about the Pirates' chances tomorrow?
Oh, well, you know what is I think it's just a great opportunity to get off on a good foot. You know, is like you get good competition, you can catch some momentum, you know, build off the tailwinds of last season. So it's a good competition. It's a great rivalry for Pirate fans. You know, it means a lot to us when we play these in-state schools. We've got the small school complex which is, and we use it to our advantages. Even a fan base, we embrace that. Much like the Cubs fans embraced the lovable loser for a long time, is we like being that small school underdog taking on the big guys and David facing Goliath in a certain way. I don't know. I just know that State's so highly touted by national media, but, you got to go out there and play the game. And, the Pirates are finally getting some continuity. Mike Houston's got his people in there, and I've heard Igo and you guys talking about upgrades on the offensive and defensive line, and that's where you need to compete in those trenches against these bigger schools. Holton Ahlers, a lot of experience at this point. So I expect the Pirates to come out there and give it a good shot, and I want them to win. I think they can win. I'll be there and cheering them on.
We'll be with you tomorrow at 8 a.m., a Bud Light pregame tailgate, taking you up to that noon kickoff. Breaking news from today, right as the show went on the air, the news came out, and this is from Heather Dinich and Pete Thamel. College Football Playoffs Board of Managers voted today to expand the College Football Playoff to 12 teams in 2026. They're encouraging the sports commissioners to try to implement it as soon as 2024. So it will expand in 2026 at the latest, I guess. All right,
it's a big swing.
They're going to include the 6 highest-ranked conference champions and 6 at-large teams. So
college football is going to look so different by that time, too.
So if East Carolina wins the conference and is the highest, is ranked higher than Boise State, whoever wins the Mountain West, higher than the Sun Belt, higher than the MAC, they could go to this playoff.
And by that time, the Pirates are going to have a really good chance of competing for a championship with these new teams coming in.
That is very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, first time I'm reading this, so I'm letting it all
sink in.
Yes.
It's kind of wild, though. We were just fighting crazily over expanding from 4 to 8 and thinking that was, a lot of people are against that, just thinking that, it's a waste. It's a money grab in some ways, that these schools on the 7-8 spot just can't compete, really.
Oh, well, this year it's Ohio State, Alabama, and who
the
cares?
Field.
Yeah.
Why is it that Georgia is so written off? I mean, national champions, but they just don't like
lost a lot on that defensive side of the ball.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're still like number 3 in the nation or whatever, right? So, but it does feel like there's a drop off. And how about this week, Tony? You've got number 2 versus number 5. That is a 17-point spread between Ohio State and Notre Dame.
Holy cow.
You've got number 3 versus number, what's Oregon, 9, 10, 11, whatever. 17-point spread. Like, there are haves and have-nots, but those levels are so far apart.
That is true, that the Georgia game is a 17-point spread. Oregon coming across the country and a tough competition. But, they might be able to cover it. I wouldn't put my money on Georgia on that.
I like the Oregon side if I had to pick one there. All right, so there's some college football news. We'll talk more about that. Morgan Ahlers in hour number 3. All right, any news from Panthers camp this week, fellows?
Our mascot's
healthy. Let's talk, what's that now?
Our mascot's healthy.
What happened to him?
You didn't see about the Ravens mascot?
Yeah.
Out for the season.
Out for the season.
Out for the season.
So that bear is doing all right?
That bear is fine.
Good. Let's talk cuts, Tony. Who was cut? First question. Who was cut that you wish was not cut or that you didn't think was going to get cut?
Only one person.
Only one?
One person.
You said last week that for the first time in a while, like, this roster was set. So it was set.
I was right.
Is it Deontay Brown?
No, I didn't. I expect I could see that coming. For me, it was the Justin Burris, veteran safety that they had.
NC State grad.
Yeah, and they, he's got some experience with Phil Snow, Matt Rule. He played for us. Was it the year before last or last year? Maybe last year.
Yeah.
And then they let him walk during free agency, but they brought him back at the end.
He was a starter.
Yeah, and I thought that they were going to have him back there, just for that veteran presence. But I think they brought in Xavier Woods from Minnesota. And that is, I guess, the guy that they are rolling with as that vet presence. So
big Xavier Woods guy. He's a wrestler in WWE, too.
Oh, okay.
That's how
I was like, please say I didn't get his name.
Did he play for the Cowboys?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I do remember him.
We also cut the fastest man in the combine, a Baylor product, Calen Barnes was cut.
I think Matt Rule is doing this just to show Panthers fans.
Hey, I can do it.
Didn't he bring in new coaches?
But there's still 17 people from Temple and Baylor.
Yeah, but he cut that one guy, Tony.
One guy.
Give him a break.
A draft pick too?
He was a 7th round guy, but he had the fastest 40 time in the combine.
They also cut that. I mean, there's some names that I guess I didn't ever hear his name in camp one time. The Rambo kid from, is that?
I forgot about
that. But people, I think he came from Miami or something like that. And
so I guess if I ask you my next question, you're not going to have an answer to it. Who got cut that shouldn't have? But you pretty much thought the roster was set. Before the cut.
No, I don't think there was one controversial thing. I think if anything, there's the big concerns that have come out since I guess we spoke last is Zane Gonzalez's groin muscle exploded.
On the sideline, kicking and warming up into the net.
Just exploded. PEDs. No, I don't know. I have no idea. But what is it that you're just doing something you do all the time and it just explodes? They're talking about surgical surgery on it, which is insane. So we don't have a kicker. We went out and got Eddie Pinero from his former Jets kicker, which is crazy. They go out and they say that he has a 86% field goal percentage. I felt that's not as good as I want to hear. And then he was 31 for 35. I was like, well, that's not that bad actually.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's the big news. And I think the other is what is our defense going to look? You were talking. I was listening to the Kirkpatrick clips you guys were playing on the way in here, and that stack, the 3-3, was it 3-3-5?
Yeah,
stack on defense.
Plays. Yeah.
The Panthers have run that in the NFL, and people are like, "Oh, that's a college defense." It's crazy.
Yeah.
But we only have 4 defensive ends listed on the roster right now, and those 4 are Brian Burns, Marquise Haynes, YGM Yetur Gross-Matos, and Amari Barno. And it seems like this is outside of Brian Burns, none of those guys are proven, or even they're just maybe could work. It seems so thin. I was like, man, why do we only have 4 defensive ends? There's 6 or 7 defensive tackles. But I guess what they're thinking is the logic is Frankie Luvu, as well as hold on, there's one more that's going to come to me, that they're going to be, these linebackers are kind of playing that hybrid.
So they're going to go Burns, 2 defensive tackles, and then a rush-in linebacker type thing.
That's what it seems like. So, I mean, and even if they're in a 4-3, it's going to be almost like a stand-up 4-3, which is crazy. So I don't think so. No, there's nothing really interesting. I mean, Chuba Hubbard still continues to be on the roster. I think they love him. It shows there's some favoritism in that locker room for sure. Chuba's been bad. So,
weren't you a Kenny Robinson fan?
Oh no, not a fan. I just he was just a fighter. He got cut he got cut and was expected.
We started him. We cut him, got him to the practice squad, and then we cut him right away.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm obviously an observer from the outside looking in. Tony, you are on the inside looking at every single thing. I feel like Hubbard had decent games in some of McCaffrey's absences at times, but I always hear he stinks. He's been bad. What is he bad at?
Catching.
God, he had 3
and
drop
fumbling.
passes.
And fumbling.
2
Catching
important
and fumbling.
things.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, when he gets the ball, he's productive. It's just, can you get it in his hands? And he's got hands worse. He makes Ted Ginn Jr.'s hands look like soft, buttery, sensual hands instead of, they're made of stone. That's it.
All right, good answer. Thank you. Is Deontay Foreman? He's on the roster, right?
He had a good year last year for Tennessee.
Yeah, and you know what? They don't seem to be especially high on him. And one of the big thing is we did make a trade.
I was just going to bring that up.
And we got Laviscus, I think his name's
Lavisca Chenault.
What do you think about that?
Well, so Chandler made a comment that because this was before the cuts, right? Or was it after?
Before.
Because you said, what does this mean for Terrace Marshall and perhaps him getting cut?
I think it actually, we were thinking about it. A lot of people like this kid Shi Smith a lot from South Carolina. Terrace Marshall Jr. has been in headlines, not necessarily, maybe in the kind of coach's doghouse a little bit. At the same time, then you make this trade for this receiver. And one of the things is Ben McAdoo has experience with Chenault from 2 years ago when he was a quarterback's coach in Jacksonville. So I think he has a plan of how he could use them. But I think that plan is less as a receiver and more maybe if I was someone concerned as Chuba Hubbard. And not like a reduced reps in a way.
I listened to your podcast the other night. You mentioned something maybe kind of like a Deebo Samuel type of player.
That's how I feel. It does feel like this is he's not great at like perfect at any one thing. Like he's not the fastest dude. He's not the best route runner, but he's a playmaker. And Deebo is kind of a guy when I look at him, and I don't know. I don't even watch Deebo enough to know if he's like a top receiver, but I just feel like it's his ability to, when you get the ball in his hands, he makes crap happen. It's like a Cordero Patterson play.
I remember Chenault being pretty electric at Colorado. Like, he would have highlights every week of doing different things.
Yeah.
So,
and he's 227 pounds. He's 6'3". He's built like a running back. So I see a lot. They say he's a good blocker on the line. So I'd like to see him put him in with Christian McCaffrey, both, and, you know, kind of really do some deceptive things about maybe you can move Christian McCaffrey out to the slot, do some end arounds in that way. So I think this is, look, NFL's a copycat league, and I feel like people are looking at Deebo Samuel and saying, man, this guy is a guy that's so talented, you can't just use him as a receiver and you can't just use him as a running back. We need to get the ball to him and feed him. And so maybe that's what they're trying to find is like a discount Deebo.
Like Patterson in Atlanta. I mean, what's his name? Hunter, the head coach that came from Tennessee. Is it Hunter Smith?
No, it is Arthur Smith.
Arthur Smith. I don't know where I got Hunter from. Innovative offensive mind. Shanahan, innovative guy, doing different things, kind of going against the norm. And I love it. It's like college, and even more so, it's like high school, where you just have that one best player and you find 100 ways to give him the football. And I really hope that catches on in the NFL.
Yeah. I mean, that's what, and well, you know what? We're going to need everything. We're going to have to throw everything in the kitchen sink at these teams because it's go for broke for the Carolina Panthers and Matt Rule right now, is that no one's job is secure in the future. So they're out there, even Baker. You know, it's like even like, I mean, what a great addition. Like, but everybody's got something to play for, something to prove. And the Panthers might be a dark horse good team right now.
We're all waving at a former intern. Yeah, sorry, distracted. I'm starting to think the closer we get, who's that guy?
I don't know.
Funniest guy in the room, Brian Bailey there.
Always walking every morning at 7:30. I drive past you every day.
You pass Brian Bailey walking?
Up on Rouse Road.
There you go. As we get closer to it, I'm starting to think the Panthers might not stink. In fact, they might be okay. In fact,
me too,
could be a fringe playoff team that coincides with
our picks.
Brian North put a worm in my ear. Is that whatever the phrasing is?
A bug?
Oh my God! There's somebody else here.
A bug? Yeah! Ryan from Wings Over
Delivered.
Not sure how I feel about that pelvic thrust, but I do like the. I feel pretty good about it.
Boy, he got the warmest welcome out of all. There's 4 people. The boss. Nobody even looked at the boss. The boss came in here and everybody just kept talking.
Go back to work. I'm distracted now. Brian North said. And he claims he called his shot with another team, too. And I can't remember who it was, but he said this Tampa Bay line is not good. Tom Brady.
Well, they've gotten injured.
They lost Jensen.
Is in a fight with his wife. He just got plastic surgery. And
is that what it is?
Well, no. Brian North didn't say any of this stuff, but this is what's happening.
No, I'm all right. I'm on board.
He's on the Masked Singer.
Like, what if the Bucs do implode?
I could see it. You know, as I totally could see, and I was driving here going, am I going to have the guts to say the Panthers are going to win the division?
I know. I thought about that myself. Like, if not the Bucs, who? I might lean Saints, but we talked about they're very diverse too, and how you can pick them. Is Michael Thomas even a thing? If he is, great for them. If he's not,
they just got another. Their safety just got in trouble with assault with a weapon, with a gun. Like, I don't know how you
they
get
traded
with a gun.
Fighting dude to the Phillies,
Gardner Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and so.
The Phillies, the Eagles. I'm distracted. Sorry.
We're all
hell of a base runner
about chicken wings right now.
Yeah.
But here's the clip. Is what we're trying to do is something I've made some mistakes in the past, and I tend to do this just in football in general. It's like you're trying to project when someone's going to drop off or who's going to break out, right? And so I've done this with the Bills. I was trying to forecast when the Bills, and I was just too early.
Yeah, you were, always
too early to the party. I did this in the past with the Saints. Over the last 2 years, I felt their defense was going to age, and they have continued to generate that pass rush. Cam Jordan has just not aged as fast as I thought he was. But I can see this is, look, Brady, he's not as, physically, he's not as explosive as he was, and that's not the right word, but he beats you by beating you because he's been there every time.
He is coming off a career year, numbers wise.
Really?
Yes.
That many yards?
Yes.
Okay. See, that's the thing. But it's not like it's any one thing. It's not his arm talent. It's not. It's like he is just going to beat you because he's been there before.
It always feels like he designs his own offense, and he knows it. And
so, are we going to prematurely forecast Tom Brady's deterioration? I don't really want to bet against him. And then at last. Really? Was it that? You want to
hear the dumbest thing you've ever heard?
What?
Tom Brady last year set career highs in completions, attempts, yards, and touchdowns.
How did he beat that 2008 season?
That's not true. He had 50 in 07. He had 43 last year.
Okay,
why is it in bold then?
I was about to say, man.
I don't know. What does bold mean? I don't know.
Maybe he led the league.
Led the league, maybe.
He did have.
I know he led the league in those stats.
But those are career highs in yards, completions, and attempts.
5,300 yards at 44.
Well, they were just slinging it everywhere, though. But they still didn't go. They weren't great last year. I mean, they were good, but they were not. Yeah. I mean, they didn't make it.
Good, not great.
Yeah.
All right.
So, are they going to decline?
Because we're going to talk more about it because we're going to go through the divisions when we return.
Clip's got to go eat.
Justin, fellow Commanders fan, says, why don't you give your insight to the Commanders? We don't have players just getting cut. They are getting shot, too.
He's back in the building, though, folks. Brian Robinson was back in the building.
I mean, God, man, the luck of that team and lack thereof is terrible. I'll take a break, come back. Where to go? Am I taking the Commanders to win the East? I've given it serious thought.
Crazy.
We'll find out after this.
Where can you go where the beer is cold and friendship is forever? Pabst is the place that's in our hearts where we can be together.
Pabst Blue Ribbon. This is the place.
Hey, Pirate fans, get stocked up for tailgating season with PBR at your favorite retailer. Look for the QR code on the PBR display and register for a chance to win a PBR cooler full of beer. Game day or any day, all Pirates prefer PBR.
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Otavola Market Cafe. Otavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Otavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Otavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Otavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Otavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OtavolaMarket.com. Otavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holton Ahlers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville. Do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best.
Everybody loves burgers.
Tired and sluggish? Down in the dumps? Or do you just have the blahs? Well, maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness offers IV hydration, which can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, and even fix a hangover. Call today to set up an appointment at 350-1805. Locally owned and operated by Samantha Casper, Revive Health and Wellness has a new location and is ready to serve you. Stop by at 2459 Emerald Place in Greenville or go online at revivehealthwellness.org.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza. Homemade lemonade.
Hungry for Game Day, Pirate Nation? Take advantage of the Warren's Hot Dogs tailgate special of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. And the best part, this special is available every day. Just call ahead and Warren's will have your order ready to go. Hungry for breakfast? Warren's Hot Dogs in Chocowinity opens at 5 a.m. with cheese biscuits, chicken biscuits, sausage dogs, and more. Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Go Pirates!
University PC Care has been the Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006. They thank you for your continued support and trust during these trying times. Many services can be done remotely and free pickup and delivery is available. As a Dell business partner and Apple authorized service provider, you can count on University PC Care for all your personal and business tech support needs. To make a remote appointment or to bring in your device for service at their Greenville or New Bern locations, call 558-1280 or go online at universitypccare.com.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and made-from-scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak or the seafood delight pasta. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House can feed your larger crowds with off-site catering and room for 125 in our adjacent banquet hall. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside...
This is Zach Agnos, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? We'll keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Football Friday. We just made it a Wings Over Greenville Friday. Ryan from Wings Over dropping off some big, juicy,
oh my God,
I guess they call them boneless wings. They're more like giant chicken tenders. Of course, the awesome fries, but how about this, Shirley? How do you feel about garlic parm tater tots?
I approve.
Man, I'm ready to dive into those shortly.
If you're like me and you are a procrastinator, you're still trying to figure out what you want to do for your tailgate tomorrow to impress people, Wings Over is the place to get your tailgating food. So
I heard they deliver.
Wings Over does deliver. So take advantage of that tomorrow when you're tailgating for ECU versus NC State.
It's great party food.
Yeah.
You know, is that finger friendly and delicious and goes great with beer. Like Budweiser.
Which we will be giving away in Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. You can tell Tony has been doing programs of his own and working in sponsors. That was very well done, Tony.
Manscaped, you want to shout out Manscaped?
Yeah. Use the code Panthers. That's Panthers. 20% off, free worldwide shipping.
Poor
Panthers.
Poor Grandpa.
Poor Grandpa. I know.
All right, let's...
I can't wait for the prize picks, man. I want to talk about my entries, though, because it relates to ECU football. We should have talked about that.
Let's do that before we get out of here today, because that is pretty cool, and you showed me last night. Man, Tony, next Friday we'll be making picks. Chandler will be sending his in. CJ, you got to be a part of this. I think last year we combined Chandler and CJ. This year we need to... Everybody has their own, you know.
It was Glenn.
Was it Big Dog?
Yeah, because CJ didn't join us until December.
Is that right? Man, I just feel like you've been here for years,
addition
CJ.
to the team. Great addition.
I was trying to get him to talk to us instead of eating, but he's like, nope, I'm eating. All right, let's start with, we're going to do our division picks and pick 3 wild cards if you can, too.
Got it.
There are 3 wild cards again, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So
let's go around.
Let's start with the NFC South, and I'm going to be a wimp, and I'm going to pick the Bucs reluctantly. But I'll tell you this: I felt like this was a runaway 2-3 months ago. This offseason, the closer we get, the more I think it'll be. They win it by 1-2 games, like 2 games max. But I will take the Bucs.
I'm going to go bold and take the Panthers. I am. I don't know why. I'm just feeling like Baker is going to bring some magic.
So what does that mean? How many wins for the Panthers?
Yeah, good question.
Ooh.
How many do they need to win it? Like 10?
Yeah, maybe 9. I think 9 could win it still. If the Bucs have a down year,
I'm thinking Bucs 11-6, and then the second place team has 9.
10,
9 or 10.
Man, that's what it feels like. So 10. Gosh, man, it's that hard to win the division, in the NFC South. Maybe.
You got one team to beat.
One team to beat.
All right, Chandler.
I'm going to go Bucs. I'm going to be a wimp too.
All right, and CJ.
I have to go Bucs. I have to believe it I have to see it to believe it.
CJ, who is the second best team in the NFC South?
Ooh. I want to say Saints.
I still say Saints. Wow. Barely. I like Jameis. Trying to
yeah, he's not bad. I mean, he's not awful.
It's kind of like talking yourself into believing in Baker because we've seen more probably good of Baker than we have Jameis.
I believe, yeah.
But
no, I will say I agree with you. It's close, and if the Panthers did happen to be the second best team in the conference, I wouldn't really be surprised.
Is there any chance we are sleeping on the Falcons and underplaying them
I've been trying to think about this. I've been trying to say writing off a team completely could just be a total mistake, and we could finish at the bottom. I'm trying to think of that because everybody has put them. But their wide receiver group is nobody. Jameer Bird's their number 1 receiver, dude.
For who?
For the Falcons.
They got
Jameer Bird plays for the Falcons?
Yeah.
They got a rookie, right? London.
Yeah. They got London. Basically, it is all Kyle Pitts.
Oh, yeah. Brian. Oh, we looked at this offseason, Tony. You're right. Brian Edwards from Las Vegas.
Right.
Zacchaeus.
And
he was a wee little man. Jameer Bird. Yeah, I don't know these guys. I know Kyle Pitts. That's about it.
Yeah.
I am personally high on Drake London, but I think he would have. This might go without saying, but I think he would have been a lot better off if defenses didn't have to hone in on him because now Calvin Ridley's not there.
Yeah, that's huge. Tony, you could argue their best wide receiver is their starting running back, Cordero Patterson.
Yeah.
He wears number 84. All right, NFC East. I tried to go through this. I tried to think of a way I could pick Washington. I'm not ready to do that. I am trying to speak into existence that this whole Eagles thing is blown out of proportion. Jalen Hurts is not going to take the next step. They tried to do this in the past where they had the dream team year and they brought in all these guys. Was it like Nnamdi Asomugha and DeMarco Murray and all these guys, and they sucked.
They did.
I'm trying to speak that into existence again. Super talented roster.
Then you're going to pick Dallas.
Up-and-coming coach. Jalen Hurts, I say it all falls flat. I'm left with the Cowboys, and not a great Cowboys team. I'm left with the Cowboys I think it's another crap NFC East year.
Wow.
Where 10 wins gets it done.
Well, I tell you this is that I believe in superior processes and systems, and the Eagles are of that. Now, look, we
were just clowning this dude that long ago.
I know, but for speaking poorly at that time or being
we're going to have a system.
Yeah, the best system. There's such a system. It's so good that the system itself creates its own system of systems. It's like a Terminator. It's like what is the anyway?
T-1000?
Yeah, I was thinking of the Skynet. Skynet. But
I'm going Cowboys.
I'm going Eagles, and I think Jalen Hurts, I don't even think he needs to take a next step. I think he's been pretty good. I think he's been solid. I don't think he's lost them games. I think he's put them in good positions. So if their defense got better, their offense clearly got more explosive.
He threw for 204 yards a game last year. Is that enough?
It still got it done.
But he still runs
done.
80.
How many wins they have?
They made the playoffs.
They had 9 wins, right?
Yeah.
So
if they got better in this offseason, he does not have to be Justin Herbert to win games. He can. Look, Cam Newton, when we were doing great with Cam wasn't throwing 300-yard games. He was throwing 220 yards, and he'd have 80 yards rushing. and we played good defense. I think the Eagles are good on both sides of the ball.
All right.
I like the Eagles, too. I like the additions they got. I like A.J. Brown in Tennessee. Devontae Smith I think is going to be due for another big year. I like the additions they have on defense, and they just recently got Gardner Johnson, who's a young secondary guy who's going to literally fight for his team.
They also have James Bradbury. They have James. Look, listen to their secondary is James Bradbury, Slay,
Darius Slay.
Yeah, and they've got players all over the place, man. Their team is stacked. My question is similar to what you asked about the Falcons, but can we make that for the Giants?
I know. They came to mind, too. Are we just kind of putting them out to pasture?
They say Saquon is out there.
I know. I know. And if he is, that's awesome. But, like, Daniel Jones, does he – apparently – I know it doesn't matter, Tony, but apparently he looked awful this offseason.
What was crazy is that I've seen him stand in the face of pressure before and deliver. You're going to get crushed, and he took it. But he has felt some pressure in this preseason and just wet the bed. I mean, and we're talking like – he threw the ball into the stand, like the sideline. It was like when the Panthers got that punter in his first punt, he kicked it over the wall, like in the wrong wall.
Well, I heard Giants fans saying this. This was on Pick Central, I think. They said Tyrod Taylor is going to screw us and come in and win like
8 games,
7-8 games, yeah. And by that they mean mess up a draft pick. All right, who's your NFC East pick?
I'm going to go with you, and I'm going to take Dallas. It almost hurts me to say this. I'm very high on Dak Prescott.
Okay. I don't think there's anything wrong saying that.
Yeah.
I think he's underrated.
Well, I just don't like to give Cowboys fans any, happiness.
Can CeeDee Lamb do it by himself, basically?
That's the big question. I think for the Cowboys to win the division, Ezekiel Elliott needs to definitely step it up from last year. I think he will, but that's going to be a big piece of their offense.
Yeah, will Gallup be healthy? This is interesting. And can their defense continue to do what it's done? And, they were good with Dan Quinn.
NFC North, I'd love to. I can't pick Kirk Cousins. I'm going to go Packers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if there's another
I think the Vikings, how much fun are they on offense with Cook and Jefferson and Thielen, and Irv Smith is back at tight end off injury. Like, they are going to score 1 million points, but
what about the defense?
Are they going to give up a lot of points?
New coach, we just don't know what to think about them, and they weren't good before, so it's kind of hard to just expect a new coach is going to come in there and make them great.
Well, not too long ago, wasn't their defense one of the top in the league?
Yeah, Zimmer was a defensive. I think 2016, they're the one that put not Ota. Who was the longest yard guy? Not longest yard.
Not Ota, not longest yard. You're talking about the blind side.
Yes, that guy.
And
Michael Orr.
Thank you,
I had an O.
Not Ota, not longest yard. This is a new game where you got to figure out what Tony's talking about.
I think that could be a great all right, party game.
Here you go, Tony. Not Angels in the outfield. Not the White Sox. Not
Rookie of the Year.
Yep. You got it. There you go. Well done. That's how it's played. All right. Who you got? CJ?
Green Bay.
I'm going to go Green Bay. And when they win the division, Aaron Rodgers is going to pass out like a bunch of joints to his team. And smoke. What is it called? High school or whatever.
I don't know if you smoke it or you drink the tea. I don't know. I don't want to mess with no cactus that makes you go onto another planet.
Like instead of cigars,
I don't know. I want to stay on Earth right now.
NFC West. I'm going to let you guys go first. Who wants to go?
Oh, so this is.
I don't like
Niners, Seahawks.
Niners, Cardinals. Who's the other team?
Rams.
The world champions.
I'm going to take Rams.
LA Rams. All right. I'm ready with my pick. I don't like taking repeats. I'm going Niners here. I say that, and I don't even know if I believe in Trey Lance. I just believe in Shanahan and what they do, and they're going to – I saw a tweet about how – I don't know if this is true, but they had like 4 running backs, 1 tight end, 4 running backs, 1 fullback, 3 tight ends, and like 3 receivers on their roster. But he makes it work. It's going to work. Whatever they do is going to work. They're going to play some low-scoring games. I like the Niners.
Imagine being in Clip Brock's front yard 20 years ago and Kyle Shanahan playing football with us and coming into, like, he's like, all right, guys, this is what I want you to do. And you're like, huh? He's drawing that play in the grass. I like the 49ers. I think that's a cool pick. I am going to go Rams, though.
Ram tough. CJ?
I want to pick San Francisco as well. I didn't go first because I was still thinking. But I think the 49ers roster is constructed well enough that you can put Trey Lance out there and not need him to go beat another team. You can have him, be used as a game manager, kind of what it seems like New England wants to do with Mac Jones, except New England doesn't have a great roster put together, but I believe San Francisco does.
That 2012 season with RG3, Shanahan, man, it was just... I feel like they only ran like 1 play, and there was like 3 variations of that play. RG3 could hand it to Morris, he could keep it himself, or he could throw it over the middle to Pierre Garçon, and they just ran it over and over and over again, and it always worked. And I trust in Shanahan to get it done.
I think it was news earlier this week, but 49ers did bring back Jimmy G for 1 more year.
That was weird.
Do you think they'll have any packages for him, or are they just going to just have him sit on the sideline?
I think he's a backup quarterback, yeah. I mean, why would you make a package for Garoppolo?
They didn't even give him the playbook. Did you hear that?
No.
This is wild. Is that throughout all of training camp, they made him practice on the other side of the field by himself, and he didn't have a playbook.
I guess they thought he was going to another team, and they didn't want him to like share secrets.
No, that's exactly right. But he went to work, and he was just.
And then they said, "You're back on the team."
Yeah,
and he was like, "I practiced by myself
we have
for a month."
A little, very small, like storage area outside of the building. It's like if Chandler. We thought he was leaving. We put an office outside of the building for Chandler to work in. You can be in the Pirate Radio Annex. Just don't come inside. And we're not telling you about our shows.
Like I don't even go to the staff meeting. They tell me to come. They're like, hey, staff meeting's at 10:30.
You can look outside.
And then I literally walk in there like, no, go to the office. Like you're by yourself.
I feel like
that is weird.
In that case, that could be like a plus.
Not going to meetings?
Yeah, like the staff.
That's
that's a positive. Like, hey, can I just sit in this cafeteria over here while you guys are working on this?
All right, let's name some wild cards. Name 3. So
I'll give Panthers one of mine.
Hold on. I'm going to go Eagles. And I'll go in the West and take the Rams and the Cardinals. That was pretty easy, actually. With the Saints, Panthers, Vikings knocking on the door, maybe Commanders.
For me, it was, since I picked the Panthers, I'm going to go Bucks, and I'm going to go 49ers, and the third one is going to be Dallas.
All right.
I'm going to go Vikings, and then I'm going to go Commanders. Ooh. And then I'm going to give me the Cardinals.
All right, one thing I do like, you have the Cowboys missing the playoffs. I can get on board with that. CJ?
I will go Rams. I will go Vikings and Eagles.
All right, let's take a break, talk AFC when we return. Picking the divisions, hour 3. Morgan Ahlers joins us. We're talking more Pirates Pack. A lot more to go on Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Hey Jeff, how's inventory going?
Inventory levels are increasing. For the first time in over 45 days, we have Mazdas in stock, Buick in stock, Cadillac in stock, and GMC in stock. I highly encourage the customer to go to gmc.com, build and price their vehicle, share that with Brown & Wood, and let us place your order. We need some price protection for these customers, and you got to place an order to have that.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville, and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night along with football. Monday is open mic night the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
If you have family coming over this summer, the last thing you need is sweaty relatives. Guarantee your air conditioning system is ready to keep everybody cool. Call Delcor. Buy a new train system and make no payments until 2023. It's hard to stop a train. With inflation and high gas prices, you don't need another payment. So buy this month and make no payments until 2023. Go to DelcorInc.com or call 252-321-8868. Delcor, the service professionals.
You know texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. Wings Over delivers. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has you covered with no third party needed. Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. Open till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, Wings Over has everything to cure those late night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX Preferred Realty and SD Harris Properties, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Country Mart. Country Mart is open every day and has two locations, in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. For the latest breaking news, interesting stories, and awesome contests that can make you a winner, be sure to follow Pirate Radio on our social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at PR927FM. Join the over 58,000 followers today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Football Friday. Free Beer Friday.
Touchdown Friday.
That's coming up tonight on WNCT Channel 9. Also the Blitz, the End Zone. Support our local high school football shows. We'll be airing Conley football right here on Pirate Radio, 7 o'clock, as they take on Cleveland.
Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks.
Hopefully not tonight. And congrats to JP2, John Paul, winning their first game, 1913, yesterday. They played it early because they're private school.
Well, they're 3-0 now.
They've already played 3 games?
Yeah.
No, they haven't. Really?
Yeah, totally.
Wow, did not realize. I thought it was their first game.
Talk to their head coach in the offseason.
Sean Murphy. Charlie Murphy! 3-0. Okay, way to go, Saints.
God, how'd they play? How'd they start so early? School just started last week.
Tony, it's week 3 of the high school football season.
Wow.
Wake up.
Wake up.
You know that highlight you kept showing me last night of the Conley tight end bulldozing a guy?
Yeah, that happened this year.
They've been playing. They've been playing games. All right, crap. We're out of time.
Out of time here.
Thanks for joining us. AFC East.
AFC East.
Before I don't even want to hear your pick. I want to hear who you have as winning the second most games in the AFC East.
Miami.
Me too. Hashtag.
All right, quick speed.
Miami.
There we go. Bills win.
I don't like this now, so I'll say Patriots. Everybody can't agree.
Jets.
Boy. AFC North. We'll start with CJ. Who wins your division, sir?
I'm honestly not even that confident in Cincinnati, but I just think by default they're the best team in the division.
They're not. I'm taking the Baltimore Ravens with confidence to win that division.
I'm going Cincinnati and Baltimore number 2.
I'll go Ravens.
All right. AFC South. 2-horse race here. Here's a prediction, Tony. This is not bold. The Jaguars won't finish last in this division. I think the Jaguars are going to be feisty this year. I think that they are going to be well, this isn't a great comparison. How many games did the Lions win last year?
2.
3.
Oh.
So did the Jags. But the Lions were in a lot of close games. I feel like the Jags are going to be feisty and win 6 this year, maybe.
Cool.
But anyway, cool.
Cool.
I will take the Colts to win this division.
Yeah, I think the Colts are going to go deep in the playoffs this year.
Okay.
I'll go Colts, too.
Me as well.
And the West, I'm taking the last place team from a year ago to win this division. I am all in on Russ and the Broncos.
Denver.
Go ahead and take your team, Tony.
I think I'm going with you. Well, I can't. I'm not going Chiefs this year.
I know. You're going Herbert and Chargers. Go ahead and say it.
I don't love them, though.
Really?
I don't.
Did you know the Chargers had 8 players on the NFL Top 100, and that is the most out of any team
ever
in the league?
Can you name those 8 players?
No.
We don't know.
Herbert, James,
Bosa,
Derwin. Oh, you already said James. Sorry.
Keenan Allen, Mike Williams,
and running back
Eckler. Okay, I'm going Chargers.
Guys.
All right.
Really? That's what it took?
That's all it took. And, I forgot, they got brilliant coach.
Oh, yeah. He's going to go for it at his own 3-yard line on 4th and 8 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
CJ.
I'm going Chargers, too. That was actually the team I picked a few weeks ago when we all did the teams who were not in the playoffs that will make it. I think they're going to win.
You had the Colts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am also super excited about the Broncos, though. I got Russ and Jared Judy on my fantasy team.
I'm in love with Cortland Sutton.
Yeah.
But, I can't wait. There you go. Wild cards.
Wild card. Oh.
All right. I'll take the Chiefs. I'll take the Chargers.
Wow. 3 from that division?
I got... I might have the Bengals missing the playoffs after making the Super Bowl.
If there's 3 wild cards, is it possible for an entire division to get into the playoffs? Is there a...
It is. I don't know about the mathematical aspect of it, though.
Wow.
But, yeah, I guess. All right, so give me the... Let's do it. Let's do it for fun. Give me my Dolphins. So I'm going Dolphins and... Who did I say? The Chargers and Chiefs. All right. Y'all are up.
I'm going Tennessee, Cincinnati. I'll have the Patriots making the wild card again.
Hold on. So you got Chiefs out, Raiders out, Chargers out?
Okay. Oh, no. Give me the Chargers. I'll have the Patriots missing the playoffs.
All right.
I want Denver. I want the Ravens. And I want Miami.
CJ.
Baltimore, Kansas City, and I have Denver at the last wild card spot.
All right. Picks are in. Next week, we will be picking freaking games. I guess we can pick one.
Freaking game. We're going to have freaking games next week.
Tony, your first pick selection you have to make this year. Next Thursday night, we'll have a game to recap. Bills at Rams. How about
that, Rams?
Buffalo is a 2.5-point road favorite against the Rams.
Wow. Man, I don't know.
I love this game. What a game to kick it off Thursday night.
Don't they do this every year? The
Super Bowl
it should have
champion
been
always plays
right. It should have been
at home.
Cincinnati. They could have played like that's what the Panthers did. We played Denver the first game, back in 2016.
Well, yeah, because they won the Super Bowl.
Right, but then but the second team was in it. The Panthers ran. That was interesting. I am gonna go Rams.
I'll take Bills on the road.
Me as well.
Give me the Bills. They're going to win the Super Bowl this year.
Tony, tell us your. We didn't even make a Super Bowl pick. You want to do that? My Super Bowl is Bills 49ers. And I'll take the. I'll take the Bills to win it.
Ooh.
Take the better quarterback.
My Super Bowl is Chargers Bengals. That would be two
Wait, that's impossible.
Two FC Chargers and who would be somebody on the NFC? Like who can even get there in the NFC?
Everybody, because it's not that good.
All right.
But if you pick the Eagles, you're banned from the show.
Bucks.
Thank you. Do y'all want to pick one?
All right. So the NFL season starts with Bills Rams.
Oh, and
it will end with Bills Rams.
Okay.
Give me the Chargers over the Bucks.
Yeah. All right. Good job, fellas. Tony, what's your schedule this week with the C3 podcast?
Friday night free for all tonight, where all the fans can come and join, be a part of it. Tuesday nights, and then back to the post game shows when that comes on. And we need Holt Nailers. We're rooting for more than 15.5 rushing yards tomorrow is what I want.
So this is legal
DFS
picks.
Daily Fantasy
Daddy Fickle Stadium.
Yeah.
What is it called?
It's called Prize Picks.
So you've got you pick two things. They both have to come true for you to win.
You can do more than
real
two.
money.
Yeah.
But one of yours you have is Holt Nailers over 15.5 rushing yards.
Yeah. So if you do use this Prize Picks app, you get a 100% bonus sign up if you use my code C3.
C3.
And Holt Nailers, if he gets more than 15.5 rushing yards, and Kenny McIntosh, the UGA running back, if he gets 23 receiving yards, I turn 20 into 60.
All right. Simple.
By the way, you need to watch the C3 Panther podcast anyway, but if you want to see a very cool intro, check it out, baby, because that intro is fire.
We're doing great. We had 300 live viewers on Tuesday night.
Speaking of fire intros,
we got one.
Shirley Rhodes has been in the lab.
She's been in the lab.
And she has got something cooked up for tomorrow morning. All right, let's take a break. Thanks, Tony.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll come back.
Thanks,
Hour
Tony.
3. We got a giveaway for you. 18-pack of Budweiser bottles. We got Morgan Ahlers and a lot more on the way on Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
So, how does short points work?
Well, like Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So, how does short points work?
Well, like Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So, Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Are you ready, Pirate fans? Freeboot Friday is back. Uptown Greenville and the city of Greenville invites you to Freeboot Friday, the official pep rally of home ECU football games. Join fans for live music, food trucks, beer and wine, children activities, and more. The Freeboot Fun takes place from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. each Friday before ECU home football games in 5 Points Plaza. Visit Uptown Greenville for more information, and as always, go Pirates!
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times this football season, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Get ready to have fun this season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville is happy to announce that their selection of inventory is back and bigger than ever. A huge amount of inventory was just delivered in the last few weeks, and there's more on the way. These vehicles are priced to sell. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep has so many trucks, you'll save up to $8,000 on select Ram 1500 crew cabs. That's right. As a part of the Make This the Summer event, you'll get $8,000 off on select Ram trucks. This is the most aggressive truck offer you'll find anywhere. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep needs to sell these trucks now, so they're priced to move. You'll also find a great selection of new Jeeps, but these vehicles won't last, so get over to East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep this month.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Carson Cracker Barrel in Greenville. Come see us.
Offers do not include tax tags and $7.99 admin fee. Customers must qualify for all applicable rebates. See dealer for details.
Winslow's is now Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room. With a brand new look, Fifth Street Hardware also has a new menu and serving lunch and dinner every Tuesday through Sunday and brunch starting at 10:30 on Sundays. What else is new? Well, they have poker every Tuesday night, Trivia Wednesday with DJ Captain Morgan, and on Friday and Saturday nights they have live music open till 2 a.m. serving light appetizers all night long. New look, new name, same location on Fifth Street. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for more specials. Fifth Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room. Love is never having to say you're sorry for your internet, because with MetroNet, you get fast, reliable, 100% fiber speeds you'll love with unlimited data, so you can stream, study, surf, and game on all your devices simultaneously. No lag times or buffering. MetroNet offers student deals. Get 100 megabit internet for just $39.95 a month. Switch to MetroNet today at metronet.com/switch. MetroNet, love your internet.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, along with sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers in Greenville at Bells Fork and in downtown Winterville on Railroad Street. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live on a Football Friday, a free beer Friday. We got an 18-pack of Budweiser coming your way at the end of this segment, so stay locked in for your chance to win. Shirley Rhodes, CJ Chanman, Clip Brock here with you, and joining us on the Pit Electric Live line, you'll hear his voice booming at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium on Saturday. He is Morgan Ahlers, joining us today on the program, host of the High School Huddle. Morgan, how you doing, sir?
Good afternoon, Clip Brock and crew. How you doing? It is almost game day.
We're excited, man. We made it, and we are ready to roll for Saturday. Pregame coverage beginning 8 a.m. on the Bud Light pregame tailgate. Tailgate lots open up at 7 a.m. Morgan, it's going to be a pirate party out there bright and early, as seems like fans are really jacked up for the return of Pirate football. It's got something to do with the opponent. It's got something to do with how the Pirates played last year and how they got back to their winning ways, got back to bowl eligibility. People are excited about what Mike Houston's doing here, and hopefully it culminates in a great season this season.
Yeah, I think so. I think what you said is pretty much right on the money. But you know, I think it was pushing close to 16,000 season tickets, maybe 15 and a half, something like that. that's a testament to what this team did last year and the excitement around the program. And this year, it's we've talked about it now almost ad nauseum about what the expectations are for this team, and I think there's no higher expectations for this team than the players and the coaches themselves have for it. I think they really are excited about this year. I think they've put in the work. They've got an older group of guys, and I was talking to somebody yesterday about what the difference was the last time we played NC State, which was, I believe, Holton's sophomore year. And, Mike Houston's first game as a Pirate head coach would go up there and just get, just demolished. It's just the way the team was. And if you watch Coach Houston's press conferences then versus where they are now, it's like a night and day approach to the team, because I think he really knows that this is a very experienced team. It's a 4 or 5 year player-led team, and these guys know what to expect. And I just think tomorrow's going to be a really fun atmosphere. I think that there's going to be a lot of excitement, and you got a real quality opponent. NC State is a good football team coming in, or they wouldn't be ranked as high as they are. I think 13th in one poll, and it's going to be a challenge for the Pirates. They're going to have to play well, and I think they're capable of doing that. So.
Can't wait to finally kick it off, Morgan, and going to be some new look things inside Dowdy Ficklin Stadium, and hopefully a new sound as well. Morgan, have you tested out anything up there, or are you kind of just waiting to be there tomorrow and talking to that microphone?
I have not tested anything out. I was told I didn't need to bring my megaphone, so that's good.
All right.
But no, from what I understand, and I had a couple folks, Greg Pierce and some other folks, sent me a video of the sound check yesterday when they turned everything on and did sound tests on it, and sounds great. And from a sound engineering standpoint, from what I gather, there's maybe like a 6, 7, 8 decibel difference from where the scoreboard end and the sound system actually comes out to the Murphy Center end, which that's obviously over 120 yards, and for that little of a drop off is just really a really cool thing. And I think the ribbon panels, the new board, everything's in, and it's going to look really sharp. Hopefully going to sound really good, and hopefully I don't screw it up too bad.
I got faith in you, Morgan. I know you're still young in the game here, but I think you can do it. I got a feeling. I cannot wait to hear that first down Pirates. What'd you say, Morgan?
This is my 18th season.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
my 32nd basketball.
Jeez.
Good. Great.
And you're only like 37 years old. It's crazy.
5. Yeah, you're right.
Morgan Ahlers joining us. How about the news today? And again, I'm kind of just soaking this in because it happened when we were live on the air, but this, unless I'm missing some fine print, I think is really good for a school like East Carolina. College Football Playoff Board of Managers voted Friday to expand the college football playoffs to 12 teams in 2026. They're encouraging to try to start this as soon as 2024. But it says they approved the original 12-team model, which includes the 6 highest-ranked conference champions and 6 at-large teams. Let's face it, it's going to be tough for East Carolina to get in the playoff as an at-large, but if they win their conference and they're higher ranked than the Mountain West champion or the Sun Belt champion or the MAC champion, it looks like, Morgan, they would get in. And I think this is awesome as far as what I'm reading so far.
I think it's great. I was excited when they expanded to the 14 playoff, and people have been talking, do we go 8 teams, do we go 16 teams? I think 12 is a good number, and when you look at it, you'll have a quarterfinals, but probably between teams 5 through 12, and they'll probably seed them accordingly. Then you'll have a quarterfinal or semifinals between the winners of those 4 games and the top 4, and then you'll have the finals. So I think that's right. Is that right? Could be. Anyway, you'll eventually have a final. Is it 3 or 4 games they'll be playing, I believe. And, those are the kind of games you want. Those are the best football games to be played. But I think you're going to have to space it out a little bit because, obviously, it'd be tough to play on one Saturday, then come back and play the next game on the following Saturday against a team that's had a bye. Now, how long they spread it out or what they do, I don't know what the details are, but I think it's great. And I think it's great for the Pirates and, their move. And, this group of 5 or Power 6 or however you want to call it, I think it's great for college football, but I think you're going to also see a big change in the landscape of college football in the next 2 to 3, 4 years. I really think you're going to see a lot of movement. I was listening to one of the talking shows driving around when I was coming home last night from my gig in Washington. I was listening to one of the shows, and they were talking about the money that is out there from the ACC versus the SEC, and how much more Vanderbilt makes from a conference standpoint than, say, Clemson or, one of the Carolina or whoever in the ACC. And it's like $18 to $20 million a year difference. So there's going to be a lot of movement, and I think the loyalty from some of these schools in like the Atlantic Coast Conference isn't going to be there. It's going to be money-driven.
And I guess this makes me feel better, too, because the talk of that big, giant split of like 1A and 1AA going that route again, and maybe East Carolina being on the outside looking in. If they're going to do this, it seems like they're going to at least keep the model they're in now with everybody playing at the FBS level. I don't know. I may be off on that, Morgan. Maybe they'll split and go this route, and there will only be 6 conferences. I don't know, but I don't know. It gives me a little hope that the East Carolinas of the world will have a say in what happens in the playoffs moving forward.
I would hope so. I think this format, based on what I read a little while ago and heard today, is based on the current anatomy of college football.
Right. Yeah.
The current conferences and the current alignments of college football. But I still think, though, there's going to be a 9.9 on the Richter scale movement in college football within the next 3 or 4 years. You're going to see a lot of big schools move and shift, because they're the powers that be that make these decisions isn't the NCAA, and it's not the athletic directors having a meeting and saying, okay, the college football board or whatever saying we're going to do this. It's the folks that make the money and that are driven, and television dictates how much money they're going to have. It's a big deal last week. I think it was the Big Ten having their big deal with Fox and NBC, that kind of deal. I mean, those are billions of dollars. And when you're talking that kind of money, there are going to be decisions, what's best for me. It's not going to be the loyalty to the league anymore. It's what's best for me, and I think you're going to see a lot of schools shift in the next 3 or 4 years.
Morgan Ahlers joining us. High School Huddle coming your way at 6 o'clock. D.H. Conley football coming your way at 7. The Vikings are 2-0. If they want to get to 3-0, they're going to have to play their best game in a long time. This Cleveland team looks really tough, Morgan.
Yeah, Cleveland, the Rams, they're traditionally, in the last probably 10 years or so, they've been one of the more dominant teams in high school football. And, it's just they're the same way this year. When they knocked off Rose last week, Rose played them tough early on, 21-21 at halftime, and I think it was 43-21 was the final score. And when you're looking at Conley, they beat Laney, then they beat Carey last week. But you've got Cleveland coming into Hollywood Crossroads, so it's going to be a good matchup. I know Coach Connors really put a lot of time in scouting the Rams, and there's going to be a great crowd out there tonight. And, again, Pirate Radio will have all the action coming up tonight around 7 o'clock.
A full preview of the area action coming up tonight, 6 o'clock on the High School Huddle with Morgan Ahlers. Morgan, thanks for joining us today. Have a great game day tomorrow, and we'll see you at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium, man.
Sounds good. Look forward to it. And it's going to be rocking in Dowdy-Ficklin tomorrow. And Pirate Nation, it's time to stand up and be heard.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Morgan.
Thank you.
Morgan Ahlers.
Where it is a first down. Pirates are.
Wow, you really do every voice, huh?
I try.
Very impressive. All right, Shirley Rhodes, open up that Pit Electric live line, because it is time for some beer.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
317-1250 is the number. Shirley, what caller are we looking for today? 12. And you must be 21 or older to win an 18-pack of the King of Beers, Bud Heavy. It is Budweiser, and it is yours if you are 21 or older And our caller number 12, we're doing it right now, and we're talking to Brian North when we return after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because this right here is a Papa John's Papa Bowl. No crust, just piping hot toppings and melty cheese in an oven-baked bowl. Better ingredients, better pizza, now in a bowl. Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, brace yourself for the brand new Papa Bowls for only $7.99. The new Papa Bowls are an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, Shimmer Boutique is your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials. This is Holt Nailers, and if you need a Yeti cooler, apparel, shoes, or accessories for the season, Shimmer has you covered. Shimmer Boutique is also the exclusive retailer in Greenville carrying the largest selection of built-in broken gear for adults and youth. Be ready for game day and every day at Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville across from Lowe's. Go Pirates!
At Parker's Barbecue, our family has been serving your family for 3 generations.
For that, we say thank you.
Blessing families every Thursday. Kids eat free all day. That's the Parker's way.
Legendary food served from our 3 locations. Always quick, always delicious. That's the Parker's way.
At Parker's, our mission is to impact our customers through Christ-like service in a way that feeds them both physically and spiritually. That is the Parker's way.
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in eastern North Carolina. With homes in Blackwood, Mills Creek, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, they're constantly expanding. Now to Laurel Glen and Sarah's Way, plus the new duplex community at Abigail Trails. BMS Builders can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or ECU football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. Call 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
It's bow time. Why are Bojangles Chicken Supremes called Supremes? Well, with golden crispy chicken tenderloins this juicy, tender, and full of bold flavor, what else would you call them? Superbs? Nah, that would be weird. Get your Chicken Supremes combo today with a scratch-made biscuit, your choice of fixin', legendary iced tea, and have you heard there's a new sauce in town? Try our new creamy buffalo sauce when you get a Chicken Supremes combo today. It's bow time.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of PIP Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. PIP, where business goes to grow.
This is Keaton Mitchell, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is a family-run dealership that creates a family-like atmosphere for their customers. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has one of the biggest used car inventories in eastern North Carolina, and you can shop online today at eastcarolinachrysler.dodge.com. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive. And congratulations to Josh Aldridge of Greenville, was our big winner on our Free Beer Friday. Now let's head back into the show. Here's Clip.
All righty. Thank you, Shirley Rhodes, CJ Schaefer. We got the Chan man here, the man of Chan.
By the way,
we got a couple Ellerbys in the house.
Yes, sir. Right, got Papa Ellerby in the house.
A couple of generations. Saw Hunter walking around here. I think Ellerby put him to work earlier today. So it is full systems go.
Hunter was at work, and the Dreyfus twins were at work.
Man.
They're the new interns.
Putting in the work. I've seen them. I hadn't seen Troy all day. It's weird.
I haven't seen Troy.
Weird how that works. All right, let's head back out to the Pit Electric Live line. We are joined by Brian North, getting you ready for your Friday night high school action. We'll talk, of course, ECU, NC State, and a lot more. North, how you doing on this Friday, sir?
Pretty good. If it's Pit Electric, I feel like it should be shocking news or something. So I'll try to be electric here on the radio.
I need your electricity. I need a shocking prediction from you for ECU, NC State tomorrow. What do you got?
It would be shocking to Pirate fans that I'd pick NC State. That when I start seeing people like a Winston-Salem radio personality picking ECU.
Oof, that was the nail in the coffin right there, Brian. I thought the same thing.
It's one of those deals that everybody starts getting on that upset pick. And Errol Epstein texted me and said, State's an 11.5-point favorite, I believe.
Yeah.
And so, obviously, Vegas believes in NC State, and I always think Vegas is filled with pretty smart guys who keep building new hotels. And, look, NC State's talented. They've got such a core of people back. They're not going to be scared by the environment. They played in hostile areas before. If they don't turn the ball over, NC State wins, right? I just think they're a little superior talent and depth, and that defense is good. The combined score of their last two meetings has been something like 95-9, and the offensive line has fallen apart. ECU's offensive line is better. I don't think there's any doubt about it. Are they still good enough to handle probably an underrated and untalked about NC State's defensive line that I think is pretty good? So if ECU's offensive line is better, if ECU can find some way to turn Devin Leary over, who was, 35 touchdowns and 5 interceptions last year, and that crazy defense, they would have to turn Devin Leary over. Offensive line would have to play perfect. NC State's going to have to make mistakes. That happens, ECU gets the upset win. It's just hard to predict those things, so I'd probably say NC State wins, but they don't cover. I think ECU's right in the game, but I think NC State wins at the end.
Brian North joining us, Pit Electric Live line. Brian, I'd rather be the underdog than the favorite, but the only thing worse than being the favorite is being a trendy underdog. The underdog that everybody loves. And, Scott Van Pelt, he loves the Pirates. He's going to pick them anyway, but he said on SportsCenter he likes ECU plus the points. And not a lot of people saying outright win, but a lot of people saying Pirates plus the points tomorrow. And much improved East Carolina team from the last time these two teams met. Something we don't mention in that breath is much improved NC State team as well. And you kind of touched on it there, that while we've been getting better, they have been getting better as well. I did say to Chandler yesterday, and Tony Haynes joined us, and kind of going over some names that left NC State and the Bam Knight in the NFL now. Their talented receiver from last year, and also the Panthers' first-round pick. So they lost talent, but to be 13th in the country kind of shows what Dave Doran's been doing there, to lose that NFL talent and still be where they are.
I've always said Dave Doran is Herb Sendek, who they just kept around. Remember, Herb Sendek had a good basketball program.
Yeah, get him to the tournament. Nothing great, nothing terrible. Yeah.
But they'd win,
yeah.
And then State fans got mad because it wasn't flashy, and then he said a Carolina win was the same as any other win, and they ran him out. So, yeah, you can't do that. But Dave Doran's been a quiet leader who's effectively built a program everywhere he's gone. Yeah, there's been one or two hiccups along the way, but everybody goes through that. But the COVID extra year has really helped his program this year. And it's just, can State win that big game now? They beat Clemson last year, but now can they beat the Wake Forest? Can they beat all these teams all the time and make that move to a top 10 team? That's what they're battling right now, and that's always been kind of their deal. But Dave Doran's always had that steady leadership, just kind of follow me. Devin Leary kind of follows that example as well, but there's a quiet intensity there. Learning some new things about Dave I didn't know. Great article ESPN did about Ruffin McNeil and their relationship, and that Dave's dad is going through Alzheimer's and in California, and so he empathizes with Ruffin so much, and just what kind of great leader he is to understand his players and what they go through. And his players love playing for him. I haven't found anybody who hates playing for Dave Doran. He just does it quietly and effectively. And so the only thing maybe you can hope for ECU is they're bored. Being such a veteran team, they're bored for the offseason and haven't prepared as well. But somehow I don't think that's happened.
Brian North joining us on the Pit Electric Live line. We'll check in with North coming up hour 4 of the Bud Light pregame tailgate coming up on Saturday right here on Pirate Radio. We get underway at 8 a.m. Brian, another team, another trendy, very trendy underdog pick, and the line is just about a pick 'em, so it's not even that much of an underdog. But when you go by names, Appalachian State hosting North Carolina tomorrow. North Carolina looked pretty good on offense. Drake May last week gave up more yards and points to Florida A&M than I know Gene Chiswick's happy with. But how about that matchup coming up Saturday in Boone?
Man, I'm so upset that that game is going on at the same time as ECU NC State, because I would love to either watch or at least go to that game, because that's going to be so much fun. Mac Brown returning to App State, where he used to be the head coach. App State beat UNC in 2019. If you listen to Mac this week, he went all Lou Holtz and said there's no way they should be the favorite. They should be a huge underdog in this one. They've got the freshman quarterback going on the road for the first time to a hostile environment to take on a team with a 6-year quarterback. Now, he doesn't mention the 6-year quarterback because this is his third team, and so there's some red flags there wherever this kid has gone. But that's going to be such a fun environment. But Mac Brown sandbagging this week just made me laugh. They'll certainly have the more talent on the field, but App State's like NC State. They've used that COVID extra year to keep guys around who may not quite be NFL good, but are Division I college good, and so they're stacked with a lot of experience there. So that's just going to be a fun game. Same deal. If UNC turns it over, they don't have a chance. But if they take care of the football, there's a real good chance they can sneak into Boone and get Mac one where he used to be a pretty good coach back in the day.
The mental gymnastics these coaches play, where they want to be respected, and if they're not, they point at it and say, "Hey, look what they're saying about us." And then when they get over respected and they're the favorite, they how are we the favorite? I mean, this team is great. It's crazy. They can't be pleased, Brian. You just can't please a head football coach.
It's all the Michael Jordan way of thinking, right? Don't ever get happy with what people are saying or complain. You find some way to get angry about stuff.
There you go.
Motivate your team that way. So it worked for Michael Jordan. Coaches are always trying to battle that, especially now that players all have their own phones and social media, NIL deals, and everybody's pumping them up. It's even harder to control that message than ever before for coaches.
Brian, bounce-back win last night for J.H. Rose. They knock off Northeastern 48-26, coming off a loss to the power that is Cleveland. And Cleveland gets a crack at D.H. Conley tonight. We'll have that game for you right here on Pirate Radio. The 2-0 Vikings taking on Cleveland, and I know they've taken their lumps over the years. Has Conley to this Cleveland football team, and they'll try to get him tonight, Brian, but, man, they look pretty tough.
Cleveland rocks, right? They're top 16 and the number 16 in the state poll, and that's all teams in North Carolina. They lost the Hampton kid who went to North Carolina and was in the end zone as a true freshman last Saturday night. But they're stacked. If you start looking in the eastern half of the state, top-tier programs include New Bern, Havelock, Tarboro, 71st, and you can include now Cleveland in there that's consistently good year in, year out and expected to be in the Eastern Finals at least. And that's kind of the program they've built there right now. And so what they did to Rose last week, who was on its redemption tour, Rose is beating teams that beat them last year except for Cleveland. And I think Conley's going to have its hands full. But what a great test for the 2-0 Vikings and Isaiah Crumpler, who's as good as advertised so far, just received his offer from Mike Houston and ECU the other day, the first day of eligibility to get it. And so, look, I don't know if Conley has enough depth, but it's certainly going to be a great litmus test to kind of figure out where they stand in the East pecking order and in that Big Carolina Conference.
It's kind of funny. Yesterday, Brian, I was talking to Willie Smith. You remember Willie Smith, East Carolina offensive lineman, played in the NFL. And he was here in the skip and beginning of rough. And we were talking about high school football. He is the brother-in-law of C.J. Wilson, so we were talking a little North Pitt and Rose and Conley. And I mentioned Cleveland and how good they were, and he was like, Cleveland, I remember when they were just kind of getting going. Are they good now? Right. And I said, yeah, they're a power. So it was kind of funny. I guess we're going back, 15 years or so, and he was remembering when I guess they were just kind of getting started or whatever.
Yeah, they were the brand-new school in the Clayton area, and everybody was like Cleveland. They thought they would wear orange uniforms
yeah.
for the Rams. It confused everybody, but now they've built, and Clayton's not bad either. Football in that area is not bad in the southeast suburb or southeast area of Raleigh. It's kind of built up, but right now that area is playing really well. But Cleveland, no, that's been kind of the go-to spot in that area for kids if they want to be on a good football team. So that program has grown really quickly in the 15, 20 years it's been around.
Brian, what other games are you highlighting tonight on the Blitz?
So it's a big rivalry night here in Labor Day weekend. We've got, and they may not be great matchups, but they're awesome on paper. You've got West Craven at New Bern, which on paper looks like a blowout, but you never know with rivalries. West Craven had some kids thrown out of the game against South Central last week, so they'll be a little shorthanded going into Caruso Coach Stadium. Kinston and Aiden Grifton have had some legendary games through the years. They'll be going at it. Richlands, East Duplin are neighbors. They'll be going at it. Richlands coming off that big win over Southwest Onslow. Dickinson at Topsail's another border war. Croatan, East Carteret. So a lot of border war, neighbor-type games that we're featuring tonight, and those always make covering sports fun.
Good stuff. Check it out on the Blitz tonight. WCTI 12. Brian North joining us today on the Pitt Electric Live Line. North will check in with you tomorrow and talk a little more ECU, NC State with you on the Bud Light pregame tailgate.
Sounds good, Clippy.
Thank you, North. Brian North, the Blitz, coming your way tonight, WCTI 12. Brian North joining us on the Pitt Electric Live Line. They're hiring at Pitt Electric. If you want to join their team, go to pittelectric.com. Let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. We'll talk to Mark Greenhill's Golf Shop radio show, HV3, on his way to the Live Tour. In fact, I guess playing today, right? So HV3 kind of stinks. It's more difficult to follow, and I don't know how much I'm gonna be watching of HV3 moving forward, just because it's hard to find right now.
He was playing earlier. Let me see where he stands, because he was close to the top of the leaderboard. And so
Buccaneer Music Hall leaderboard update.
Leaderboard update. As of an hour ago, he was 2 under, tied for 12th.
All right, there you go.
So that's all I know right now.
Calen?
The Buck.
Oh, yeah. That is the Buccaneer Music Hall leaderboard presented by The Buck.
The Buck. You're going to be hearing that a lot tomorrow. We'll be giving you scores around the country on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by The Buck.
Games tonight, college football, 7 o'clock, ESPN2, Western Michigan at Michigan State, ESPNU. Virginia Tech at Old Dominion is at 7 o'clock. Temple and Duke play 7:30 on the ACC network. Fox Sports 1 at 8 o'clock, Illinois at Indiana, and TCU is at Colorado, 10 o'clock on ESPN. Those games tonight on your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by The Buck.
The Buck.
Take a break, come back. Mark Greenhill's Golf Shop radio show joins us right after this.
Hey, Troy D here with my good friend Kelvin Rawls from Pest Tech. Kelvin, I just want to thank you and Chris and all the great folks at Pest Tech for such awesome service. You totally eliminated the mosquitoes in my backyard, plus the fire ant problem I was having in the yard.
Hey, you're certainly welcome, Troy. I have heard the same thing from all of our customers. With everyone being home, they want to enjoy the outside and being mosquito, fire ant, and pest-free.
Enjoy all your property from the kitchen to the curb. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com today for complete service.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood.
Jeff, how's the service department?
Service is going great. Like I told you before, 2022 is the year of the customer. We've been voted #1 dealership in Greenville for 3 years in a row, and there's a reason why. For service, we still offer free pickup and drop-off, so we're trying to make it super convenient for the customer. And right now, our customers are repairing their vehicles more than ever.
How can people make a service appointment?
They can go to brownwood.net or dial 355-6080.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
Hey Birdland, arrive early at the Yard on Saturday, September 3rd, when the first 15,000 fans 15 and over will receive the first ever Orioles soccer jersey presented by Pepsi. Don't miss out on this brand new crossover kit before the Orioles clash with the Oakland A's at 7:05 at the ballpark that forever changed baseball. What better way to celebrate Labor Day weekend than with your favorite home team on a Saturday night? Great seating options are available, and tickets start as low as $15 at Orioles.com/tickets.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Come and explore great shopping in downtown Washington at Naughty Life. Hi, this is Gina from Naughty Life, and new fall merchandise is arriving every day, featuring all the new Yeti products, like the loadout buckets and waterproof dry duffel bags. We have new fall clothes for men, women, and children. At Naughty Life, we have something perfect for any occasion, like new jewelry and a great selection of sunglasses from Costa, Reflect, and RCI. Visit Naughty Life on Main Street in historic downtown Washington, and like us on Instagram and Facebook.
This is Stephen Igo. You've heard from me plenty on Pirate Radio Live and perhaps have read some of my work on hoistthecolors.net. Now, get an extension of our in-depth coverage on the Hoist the Colors podcast. From game previews to immediate post-game analysis to emergency podcasts for breaking news, we've got you covered. A cast of guest co-hosts from fans, former coaches, and other writers join me for 2 podcasts weekly to break down all things ECU athletics. Subscribe to Hoist the Colors now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Podcasts.
This is Coach Donnie Kirkpatrick, offense coordinator for ECU football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store, serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all the boat owners. Country Mart fueling you up with great food and your engines with great gasoline. And as we head back into the show, Clip, I was just double-checking Harold Varner's status on the LIV Golf Tour. He is currently tied for 17th in the first round at 2 under. He is 6 shots off the lead.
Thank you for that update on the Buccaneer Music Hall leaderboard presented by Da Buck. Country Mart, not a bad spot if you're thinking about some tailgate food early tomorrow morning.
Cheese biscuits?
Yeah, some biscuits, maybe a dog, sausage dog. Yeah, that'd be a good idea for your Saturday early morning tailgate. The Bud Light pregame tailgate will kick off at 8 o'clock right here on Pirate Radio. Of course, we're with you after the game on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show. All right, let's head back out to the Pit Electric Live Line. Joining us, host of the Golf Shop Radio Show, Mark Greenhelge. Greeny is here on a Friday. Greeny, how you doing today, man?
Doing great, Cliff. How you doing?
Doing good, and we will preempt the Golf Shop Radio Show on Saturday because we'll be here 8 a.m. on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, but you can catch it right here on Pirate Radio next Saturday, or you can stream it as well. And the golf world continuing to chatter about PGA versus Live Tour, and it hit kind of close to home this week, Greeny, as Harold Varner III announcing he will be joining the Live Tour. And no matter how people feel about this, it seemed like Harold was at least respected in the statement that he made that this is indeed about the money. This is about money for myself, my family, my future family, and everything in between. So I saw people give Harold credit for that. Of course, there's a lot of folks that are not down with the Live, but it is what it is at this point. And kind of disappointing, Greeny, to not see him on the PGA Tour anymore. And I don't honestly know how much I'm ever going to see him golf again, because as of this point, I have not followed the Live at all.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it all comes down to whether Liv finally gets a TV contract or if you choose to go the streaming route, but that doesn't work all that great from what I understand. But, yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I mean, we know Michael Jordan kind of advised him against doing it. It'll be interesting to see if that sponsorship deal stays around with, with the Jordan brand. But, I mean, you can respect him. I mean, at least he fessed up and said it's about the money. Although it's like, you can't really make yourselves out to be starving. I mean, Harold's made over $10 million on just the PGA Tour. That doesn't count the fact that he won the Australian Open, made a big paycheck there, and he won on the DP World Tour, made a big check there. So nobody's going hungry over in the Varner clan. But, yeah, I mean, it is a lot of money. It's hard to pass up, but you have to accept the consequences. Number one, you have to be ready for the backlash, which I don't know if he was quite prepared for the backlash that he got, nor was Cam Smith for that matter. But, from his standpoint, he got to play in the majors this year. That might not happen again.
Yeah.
If your world ranking starts to fall. So that might be a one and done in the majors for him. So we'll see how it all plays out. But unless they get an official world golf ranking points, guys like him are not going to get an opportunity to play in those majors again.
No, that's a good point. We really enjoyed seeing him, of course, Masters and the other majors, and now what happens from here with HV3. So following the championship, Greeny, what does the golf schedule look like the remainder of going into this fall? What are we looking forward to?
So right now, this week, you have the finals on the Korn Ferry Tour. Now, what makes this intriguing is basically you took 75 guys off of the money list or off the points list from the Korn Ferry Tour. 25 of those guys had already earned PGA Tour cards in the regular season. The other 50 are trying to garner the other 25 cards that are available, but you also add in numbers 126 through 200 from the PGA Tour that choose to play. Now, some of those guys may have all kinds of different exemptions that they can get in, career money lists and things like that, where you won't see necessarily a field of 150 total players, but this is the last event for them. And, you got a chance to get your card. So that's one of the big things that's on tap here. Then we get a couple of weeks off until the President's Cup, and then after the President's Cup, we start the new season. So that's what you have to look forward to. And obviously, Liv is playing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday this week. So if you want to at least tune into the leaderboard and see if Phil Mickelson can actually shoot under par, maybe you do that.
Greeny, did you see, by the way, back to Liv real quick before we move on, Fred Couples' comments, his tweet yesterday about earning what he got and playing 4 days and all that?
Yeah, Freddie Couples did that. Gary Player apparently had a rather revealing interview as well for somebody who's actually, has some sponsorship through the Saudis. I think he had some pretty stern comments as well. So there are some of the big names in the game, along with Tiger Woods, that have stepped up and made their point. And again, I think this is, we talk about somebody like Cam Smith, who's supposedly exempt for all the majors for the next 5 years. We don't necessarily know that. We don't know if the major championships are going to make a specific rule that somehow knocks all those guys out from playing.
Yeah.
And again, we talk a lot about LIV. My question to LIV is, when you go to their website, Clip, there are 19 guys still listed as players who aren't going to play this week.
Right.
They've been basically replaced by other guys who have defected over. So what happens to those 19 guys? Those guys essentially aren't allowed to come back to anything PGA Tour related. They may still be able to play some DP World Tour stuff, but they kind of have a check mark next to their name, and they don't have anywhere to play at the moment. And they were kind of fed a bill of goods, and they don't have anywhere to go. So it's interesting how it's going to continue to play out as we go forward.
Yeah, very interesting stuff. Mark Greenhill's Golf Shop Radio Show joining us. Greeny, great to have football back, and we've got NC State at East Carolina coming up on Saturday. Going to be rocking here in Greenville. We've already seen some ACC teams in action. Wake Forest winning last night. North Carolina, Florida State knocking off some FCS teams last week, but kind of feels real this week. How about Virginia Tech, Old Dominion tonight? That's going to be a good one in Norfolk. You've got North Carolina at Appalachian State. We got an ACC matchup involving your Clemson Tigers coming up on Monday as they take on Georgia Tech. So good slate of week one games. Looking forward to it. Anything in particular you're looking forward to this weekend?
Obviously, that the Notre Dame Ohio State game is going to be the big game on the slate. Ohio State, kind of one of those teams that you feel like is kind of slated already for the playoff. Notre Dame is one of those teams that you think is kind of on the fringe. They got a tough schedule. How do they handle it coming right out of the gate? And obviously with my Clemson Tigers on Monday night, they get a solo game on the slate. No other games going on, and we'll see. We know that both quarterbacks are going to play. DJ's going to get the start, but I don't know how long his leash is going to be. The offensive line has gotten rave reviews. Clemson's receivers are fairly healthy. Got some good tight ends. The running backs are ready to go. So if the offense isn't moving and it comes down to a problem that it's, DJ not completing passes, he might get the hook, and you might see old Cade in there slinging it around for us. So, again, those are some things to look for. I was kind of looking at Pitt last night. Like, I had Pitt on upset alert.
Yeah.
I also have NC State on upset alert. Against ECU. I mean, you look at a team that has the expectations coming in for NC State. They haven't handled it well in the past. How do they handle it in game one this year against what should be a W for them? But you never know.
Mark Greenhill's Golf Shop Radio Show, talking golf, talking football. We will not have the Golf Shop Radio Show here on Pirate Radio tomorrow due to the Bud Light pregame tailgate, but Greeny and the crew will be back next Saturday. But if folks want to check it out, Greeny, they can stream it, right?
Yeah, just go to thegolfshopshow.com, and there'll be a listen live button, and you can click that, and you can pick up the stream.
Good deal. Greeny, thanks for joining us today. Enjoy the show tomorrow and the football, and we'll reconvene, talk again next Friday.
All right, thanks, Clip. Have a good one.
Thank you, Greeny. Mark Greenhill's Golf Shop Radio Show on the Pitt Electric Live Line. All right, let's take a break. Come back. When we return, we will wrap it up, our final show before ECU Football 2022. Give our final thoughts before we head into tomorrow morning's Bud Light pregame tailgate when we return on Pirate Radio Live. We're back with you after this.
I can't think of anyone who doesn't love a clean car, but how often do you actually go to the car wash? Does it take too long, or maybe it's just not a very nice place? Tommy's Express changes everything. Our wash is bright, inviting, clean, and fast.
I love the flat conveyor belt. So easy to pull onto, much smoother ride, and safer for my car.
And when you join Tommy Club, you can wash as often as you like for one low monthly price.
I save money and time.
We're Tommy's Express.
At the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Red Banks Road, Greenville.
Hey, Pirate Nation. This is Russell from Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Believe it or not, fall weather is coming and we're ready for some Pirate football. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women. For the men, we offer both logoed and non-logoed from Peter Millar, Johnny O, and Smathers and Branson. Our ladies love Tyler Bowe, Crosby, and Never a Wallflower for game day. Join us in wishing the Pirates a healthy and successful season. And remember, for all your game day needs, shop Russell's in downtown Washington.
Go Pirates!
Dear past, present, and future football watchers, you know why we're here. The football season is back! That means those pregame barbecues with an ice-cold Pepsi? Totally back. Your perfectly placed football-watching corner seat back and comfy as ever. 18 Sundays of touchdown scoring, Hail Mary throwing, ice-cold Pepsi flowing football action. You better believe it's back. And since that's too amazing to miss a single second's worth, Pepsi is officially giving you permission to always put football first. And when we say always, we mean always. Like when your lawn is looking less like a lawn and more like a jungle. If the game's on, then the lawnmower ain't. And those gutters you haven't cleaned, today is not their day. Or maybe those in-laws are back in town. Well, better hope they're football fans because your Sunday is completely booked. Long story short, crack open a Pepsi and don't let anything get between you and your football watching. With love, Pepsi, made for football watching. That's what I like.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Dr. Hasty from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as a walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
That perfect tractor package you've been eyeing at Quality Equipment just got a little more perfect. Haul your next 1, 3, or 5 Series John Deere tractor off the lot on your brand new trailer. Visit our site at QualityEquip.com to add it to your package. Start with Quality Equipment to get any task done right. We've got the full line of John Deere equipment priced right with low monthly payments and special financing. Plus, we service everything we sell. Visit QualityEquip.com to see our latest offers.
Pirate Radio.
And I can promise you, there will be no quarter, ever, from ECU football. Go Pirates.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Taking a quick look at your stock market report. The Dow was down 337 points, closed out the week at 31,318. NASDAQ was down 154 points at 11,630. The S&P dropped 42 and closed out the week at 3,924. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, coming off an awesome crowd last night at the Pirate Radio football kickoff party. Now Freeboot Friday is absolutely rocking.
It is ridiculous across the street. It just got started at 5:30. It's already a jam.
Oh no, house. it was packed before 5:30 because there were a bunch of folks out there a little after 5 o'clock.
A lot of little crackers out there to see Uncle Cracker tonight. What time's Cracker
You crackers going over there?
This Cracker's going home and getting ready for tomorrow morning's Bud Light pregame tailgate.
I was just curious. Yeah,
this Cracker will be cracking it up with old Uncle Cracker.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. We're always.
Okay.
Are you going there?
Yeah, I am going there.
Okay. Well, give us a full report tomorrow morning.
Sure, I'll be glad to.
Are you going to be here on time is the question.
Oh!
That was a reference.
You know, I've already thought about it this week. I thought about it. I've had that terrible thought of oversleeping like I did for one of those games last year.
I didn't want to say it to Chandler because I'm scared of myself oversleeping tomorrow. I mean, I've got backup alarm clocks in my wife and daughter as well, hopefully. So that should be good. But karma is a real thing. Last night at the Pirate Radio party, this guy comes up to me and he says, "What do you think about Carson Wentz this year?" And I'm like, "Eh." And he says, I'm so-and-so, Miller, something Miller, Brian Miller, Bobby Miller. And then he's like, "I talked to you on Twitter. I'm an Eagles fan. You used to always trash me and Carson Wentz when he was on the Eagles." And I was like, "Oh." And now he's with my team. That's called karma right there. And we had a good laugh at that. So, no, it was fun talking to everybody last night at the party, though, Chandler.
Yeah, absolutely. I had one guy that said that me and you were meant to be. Me and you were really good together.
That's a little disturbing.
I was very flattered.
All right, I tell you what, the new hot duo here is Shirley and I in our rendition of "Hold On" by Wilson Phillips.
Why, yes.
Do I need to take the stream off early?
Nah, I can't. I got nothing left in me. I got to save it for tomorrow. Our group is called Clips and Shirless. Clips Phillips.
Can we do
Clips and Shirlips? Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, we'll be performing after Uncle Cracker tonight. What you got?
I just don't
Chandler
think...
wants to do something real quick. We ain't got. Do we have time?
Yeah.
I don't think we have time. All right, let's do it real quick.
All right.
Okay.
Chandler wants to. Jameis Winston is the most unintentionally funny guy ever.
Yes.
Such a. I don't know what he is. He's got this way too long, like pregame speech he did with the team. And we have to repeat what Jameis says. Okay, so let's do this to get ready for tomorrow. So real quick, all right, Chandler, and y'all have to repeat it.
1, 2, 3 into the 4.
1, 2, 3 into the 4.
The Bucks, Q's, and C's coming out that dough.
The Bucks, Q's, and C's coming out that dough.
Now we don't know how to do these rhymes.
We know
about pancake blocks and throwing dimes.
We know about pancake blocks and throwing dimes.
The time has come for us to compete.
The time has come for us to compete.
Now we gotta do it one way, one team, one heartbeat.
We gotta do it one way, one team, one heartbeat. Still
Let's
going.
go out here and let's have a great day.
Let's go out here and have a great day.
And let's kick some jag ass, Tampa Bay.
And let's kick some state ass, Tampa Bay.
What? Huh?
Oh, me.
Chandler's been laughing because then it cuts to Ryan Fitzpatrick and he goes, "Speech was a little long."
Yeah, speech was very long.
It was just pretty good, but it kind of felt like it ran on a little long. All right, we'll see you at 8 a.m. Saturday morning on the Bud Light pregame tailgate for Shirley Rhodes, CJ Schaefer, Chan Man, the crew here at Pirate Radio. Have a good night's sleep. Get ready for game day. We'll talk to you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Bud Light pregame tailgate. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation.